ಹಾಯ್, ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. StudyIQ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ನಾನು ಶ್ರುತಿ SH. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ನ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ KPSC ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಷದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 1 ಇಯರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾನ್ವರಿ ಮಂತಿಂದ ಜೂನ್ ಮಂತ್ 2020 ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 1. ಸದ್ಯದಲ್ಲೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಜುಲೈ ಮಂತಿಂದ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ಮಂತ್ 2020. ಆ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಎರಡು ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಒಂಥರ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ GK ಸಹ ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಎರಡು ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ನ ತಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಂಬರುವಂಥ KPSC ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
Okay, let's start, and here is the first question. Pause the video and try to answer this. According to ISFR report 2019, the ISFR stands for India State of Forest Report. According to this report, Karnataka state added dash square kilometers of green cover in last 2 years. Options are 1205 square kilometers, 930 square kilometers, 390 square kilometers, and 1560 square kilometers. And the right answer is option A, 1205 square kilometers. And here is that news. First, let us understand about this ISFR. ISFR is a biennial publication of Forest Survey of India. ISFR is a biennial publication, which means it is released once in 2 years. And this comes under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Last time this report was released in the year 2017 and now in 2019. According to this ISFR 2019 report, Karnataka state adds 1205 square kilometers of green cover in 2 years. This is very important for the exam. And Karnataka state tops list of the state shows significant gain in forest cover. Karnataka is in the first position. Andhra Pradesh is in the second place. Andhra Pradesh state added 990 square kilometers of forest cover, Kerala 823 square kilometers, and Jammu Kashmir 371 square kilometers of forest cover in the last 2 years. Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram have lost the forest cover in the last 2 years. Manipur lost 499 square kilometers of forest cover. Arunachal Pradesh lost 276 square kilometers of forest cover, and Mizoram lost 180 square kilometers of forest cover in the last 2 years. Now, this ISFR report states that there was an overall gain of 3,976 square kilometers of forest cover in the country as compared with the previous assessment reported in ISFR 2017 report. The overall gain of forest cover in the country is 3,976 square kilometers. Karnataka's forest cover stands at 20.11% out of its geographical area, that is 1,91,791 square kilometers. Karnataka state's geographical area is 1,91,791 square kilometers. I hope you people know that Karnataka state is the 7th largest state in India in terms of area. In area, Karnataka is 7th largest and 8th largest by population. Karnataka's forest cover is 20.11% out of this geographical area. And the state has 4,501 square kilometers of very dense forest, 21,048 square kilometers of moderately dense forest, and 13,026 square kilometers of open forest. The total forest cover in the state is 38,575 square kilometers. Now, what are the factors that led to the increase in green cover in Karnataka state? Due to increased supply of LPG to the households in rural areas, reliance on firewood has come down drastically. This was one of the major factors for the increase in green cover. And as of afforestation measures, our forest department had planted 3 crore seed saplings per year through various initiatives. And forest department also provided 3 crore seed saplings to farmers at subsidized rates so that farmers can plant these saplings in their land. And department took measures to preserve soil moisture by prohibiting entry of cattle and human interference. The afforestation measures were taken up by Forest Department and also various NGOs. I would like to introduce one NGO named Green Saviors. It is based in Belagavi. It's a non-government organization. And this NGO has created mini forests in and around Belagavi city. Because of the efforts of all such NGOs and Forest Department, Karnataka could see increase in green cover. So that was all about ISFR report 2019. Now let's move to the next news. What is the rank of Karnataka in anemia free status? Options are first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank. The right answer is option D, fourth rank. Karnataka is in fourth rank, anemia free status. Let us understand what anemia is, what is the status of India, and how anemia is hampering nation's development. What are the causes of anemia? Let us understand in detail. First, what is anemia? Anemia is a decrease in total number of red blood cells or hemoglobin in the blood, or lowered ability of blood to carry oxygen. Our blood has four components: plasma, platelets, red blood cells, white blood cells. Hemoglobin is iron element pigment. It is present in red blood cells. Please remember, hemoglobin is present in red blood cells of our blood, and the role of hemoglobin in our body is to carry oxygen to all the cells of the body. In anemic patients, red blood cells count will be reduced. Please observe this image. Normal red blood cells count in blood vessel, and here is lower red blood cells count in anemic patients. India tops the list of nations with most anemic women and children. And according to India Spend Analysis report, iron deficiency anemia has remained top cause of disability in India for 10 years now. Here is that news. Anemia free status, Karnataka ranked 4th. Anemia andre ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ರಕ್ತಹೀನತೆ. I'll read out this news. Karnataka has bagged 4th position in the country in anemia free status. In less than 1 year, the state has jumped 13 positions from 17th rank. Karnataka was in the 17th position, and now Karnataka is in the 4th position. What are the symptoms of anemia? Fatigue. Fatigue means tiredness, weakness, lethargy. Lethargy is state of being lazy, shortness of breath. These are the basic symptoms of anemia. Now, how it affects the productivity? World Health Organization says that iron deficiency anemia reduces the work capacity of individuals and entire populations, bringing serious economic consequences and obstacles to national development. Why are so many Indians anemic? The leading causes of anemia in India are poverty, caste factors, and poor sanitation, but frequent occurrences of malaria and worm infestations too result in high incidence of anemia. That was all about anemia free status, and Karnataka ranked 4th. Let's move to the next news. Millet midday meal in Karnataka to boost child growth. We all know about midday meal program. This program was launched in the year 1995. It's a central government sponsored scheme. Government provide food to government school children. The main objective of this program is to enhance nutritional status of school children. It comes under Ministry of Human Resource Development. Central government provides fund for this scheme only up to 8th standard, class 8th. Since Karnataka has included class 9 and class 10 too, the state bears the additional costs. Normally, fortified rice-based meal is provided to the school children. According to this new study, based on the feeding habit of Bengaluru kids, millet-based midday meals can significantly boost child's growth even in 3 months. Scientists selected 4 schools on the outskirts of Bengaluru. They provided millet-based recipes to school children for about 3 months, and scientists found a significant reduction in stunting and improvement of BMI in kids receiving millet meals compared to the control group of children who consumed meals based on fortified rice. The three most sought after items in the program in which rice was replaced by millet were finger millet or ragi, steam cooked fermented savory cake, little and pearl millet bisibelebath, millet lentil hot meal, and upma, a pearl millet and little millet vegetable meal. On the taste count, children rated the meal over 4.5 on 5 for taste. You can observe the photographs of the millets. This is finger millet crop, finger millet idli. This is pearl millet bisibelebath. Pearl millet crop is here. Lentil, and this is little millet. Let's move to the next news. What was the theme of 107th Indian Science Congress held in Bengaluru city? Options are Science and Technology Rural Development, Science in Modern Era, Science a Boon to Rural India, Science Soul of India. And the right answer is option A, Science and Technology Rural Development. 107th Indian Science Congress held in Bengaluru from January 3. The theme was Science and Technology Rural Development. 15,000 delegates including 8,000 students from across the country and 74 scientists from abroad attended this event. And this was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This was held in University of Agricultural Sciences, Bengaluru. On the sidelines of the event, Farmers Science Congress was conducted for the first time. The event also witnessed Yoga Science Meet. See, this is conducted by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs since 2016, and it has been instrumental in fostering spirit of healthy competition among towns and cities to improve their service delivery to citizens and towards creating cleaner cities and bring behavior change in citizens towards cleaning. The primary goal of the Swachh Survekshan is to encourage large-scale citizen participation and create awareness amongst all sections of the society about the importance of working together towards making towns and cities better places to reside in. Here is the news. BBMP eyes better ranking in 2020. BBMP stands for Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike. BBMP is leaving no stone unturned to ensure higher ranking under Swachh Survekshan 2020. For the first time, civic body has got open defecation free tag, which has provided impetus to BBMP to work towards getting a better ranking. In 2019, the BBMP's ranking stood at 194. In 2015, the ranking was 7. And in 2018, ranking was 212. Now, about the steps taken up by BBMP. Civic body has had taken steps to treat leachate, and it has also introduced biometric attendance for all Paurakarmikas, appointed marshals to check indiscriminate dumping of waste, besides providing handheld machines to levy spot fines. Steps have also been taken to set up a state-of-the-art smart control room for solid waste management. BBMP hope that these steps will positively help it to get a better ranking this time around. See, the crucial component of Swachh Survekshan 2020 is citizens' feedback. In previous years, despite efforts taken to improve ranking, the city secured poor ranking due to negative feedback from the citizens. To ensure this does not reoccur this time around, BBMP has planned a campaign to create awareness among citizens about the steps taken up by BBMP. Mysuru ranked 107th in Swachh Survekshan quarterly rankings. Quarterly, once in 3 months, in a year. See, this is for the first time that Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has introduced quarterly survey for ranking of urban local bodies and has not confined it to a single annual survey. as was the case all these years. Let's move to the next news. Migratory birds from Siberia make their winter home in Bagalkot to lay and hatch eggs. Observe this map. Here is our India and here is Siberia. These beautiful birds cover nearly 5,000 kilometers to reach backwaters during migration season between November and February. During this season, they come for better habitation, hatching, and they raise chicks here. When the chicks learn to fly, they return home and come back next year. Around 50 varieties of birds, numbering over 15,000, visit backwaters. In the last decade, the number of migratory birds has significantly increased. The primary reason for the migration is that these birds live in countries such as Siberia, where the temperature falls below 0 degrees Celsius during winter. Therefore, they travel to these warmer areas like Bagalkot, which are conducive. Warmer areas are conducive to laying and hatching eggs. And this Almaty backwaters cover around 100 kilometer area. It creates vast shallow ponds which are good for birds to move and pick up food. We must ensure the birds are saved and prevent poaching of these birds, and we hope if these birds do not face any harm, then more of them will keep coming here. It will also become a place for ornithologists and bird lovers in general. Ornithology, bird ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ವಿಭಾಗ ಅದು ornithology ಅಂತಾರೆ. Let's move to the next news. Karnataka opens up night shifts for women. Women across Karnataka will now be permitted to work night shifts at their jobs in shops and commercial establishments. There was no provision for women to work in night shifts. This resulted in lack of opportunities. So the law is being amended to allow women to work, and government has specified some safety measures that need to be provided. Employers have to obtain written consent of women willing to work at night, and they have to provide transport facilities from the residence of women employed to a workplace and back. Transport facilities should have GPS tracking and monitoring. The night shift of women employees has to be on the rotational basis. Adequate security guards have to be posted. Free creches, kind of nurseries have to be established to provide for their children. There has to be thorough background check of the drivers. These are the safety measures specified by government. Okay, let's start. Here is the first question. Which city is going to host Karnataka's first tribal museum? Options are Bengaluru, Hubballi, Dharwad, Mysuru. And the right answer is option D, Mysuru. Here is that news. Which institute is setting up this tribal museum in Mysuru? Karnataka State Tribal Research Institute is gearing up to set up state's first tribal museum in Mysuru. Here are the images of some important tribal communities of Karnataka State. Around 50 tribal communities have been identified in Karnataka State. 50 tribal communities. Estimated cost of this project is 15 crore, rupees 15 crore. And it is expected to be completed in 5 months. Why the government is investing on construction of this museum? These tribal communities have their own rituals, festivals and celebrations. And these celebrations are slowly vanishing. This museum will be one place where people can come and see that world. And this new museum will exhibit the collection of traditional songs, documentation of celebration of their communities and day-to-day life experiences, etc. There are such tribal museums in other states also. The Union Ministry will set up a digital library of other museums here in Mysuru. Digital library. And visitors can view the digital collections of other state museums here. So this was all about the new tribal museum that is gearing up in Mysuru city. Let's move to the next news. NPR exercise set to begin in Bengaluru in April 2020 along with Census 2021. NPR, National Population Register. While the protests are going on against CA and NRC, Bengaluru officials are preparing to carry out NPR updating exercise in the city early next year, along with the 2 phases of Census 2021. And I hope you all know the difference between NPR and NRC. There are separate videos available on this topic. Please watch those videos. It is a very important topic for the exam also. I will read out some important points related to NRC, NPR and Census here. Now, what is census? Census is the enumeration of population of the country. Janaganati antare census andre. ಪ್ರತಿ 10 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಬಾರಿ ಜನಗಣತಿ ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Census is being conducted at an interval of 10 years. The census 2021 will be the 16th census in the country since the first census happened in the year 1872. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಜನಗಣತಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದು 1872ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. Census 2021 will be the 8th census after independence. For the first time, Census 2021 will use the mobile app for data collection. It will also provide the facility to the public for self-enumeration. ಸ್ವಯಂ ಎಣಿಕೆ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯವನ್ನು ಸಹ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀಡಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ Census 2021ನಲ್ಲಿ. Now, what is NPR? NPR stands for National Population Register. It is the register of usual resident of the country. Usual resident means is a person who has resided in a local area for the past 6 months or more, or a person who intends to reside in that area for the next 6 months or more is usual resident. And it is mandatory for every usual resident of India to register in the NPR. NPR includes Indian citizens as well as foreign citizens who are residing in our country. Now, what is the objective of this NPR? The objective of NPR is to create comprehensive identity database of every usual resident in the country. The first National Population Register was prepared in the year 2010, and updating this data was done during 2015 by conducting door-to-door survey. The next update of NPR will take place next year from April to September with house listing phase of the Census 2021. This National Population Register is being prepared at various levels, at local level, sub-district level, district level, state level, national level, under the provisions of Citizenship Act 1955 and Citizenship Rules 2003. Please remember Citizenship Act 1955 and Citizenship Rules 2003. Now, what are the details required for National Population Register? The demographic details of every individual are required for every usual resident on 21 points, which includes date and place of birth of parents, last place of residence, PAN number, that is permanent account number, Aadhaar on voluntary basis, voter ID card number, driving license number and mobile number. In the last NPR done in 2010, the data was collected on 15 points and now it is 21 points. Okay, last time it did not include date and place of birth of parents and last place of residence. This is very important point. What is the difference between NPR and NRC? I have already mentioned NPR stands for National Population Register and NRC National Register of Citizens. NPR is different from NRC, which excludes the foreign citizens. NPR includes both Indian citizens and foreign citizens who are residing in our country, but NRC excludes foreign citizens. According to Citizenship Rules notified on December 10, 2003, National Population Register is the register containing details of persons usually residing in a village or rural area or town or ward or demarcated area within a ward in a town or urban area, while the National Register of Indian Citizens is a register containing details of Indian citizens living in India and outside India. The rules further say that National Register of Indian Citizens shall contain particulars of every citizen like name, father's name, mother's name, sex, date of birth, place of birth, residential address, marital status, and if ever married, name of the spouse, that is wife or husband's name, visible identification mark, date of registration of citizen, serial number of registration, and national identity number. These details are collected under NRC. Now coming back to the news. Here is one important point. Individuals can choose to furnish the details of Aadhaar number, PAN, voter ID card and driving license number while updating NPR, National Population Register. And the residents will not be excluded from NPR if they choose not to furnish the details. Even if they do not furnish the details, their residents are not excluded from NPR. See, the population of Karnataka in 2011 census, that is last census, was 6.1 crore and it is projected to increase to 6.6 crore after the NPR is updated. Union Cabinet approved around rupees 3,500 crore for updating National Population Register in Bengaluru. Okay, next news is about Anti-Superstition Act. Anti-Superstition Act finally comes into force in Karnataka state. Superstition means belief or way of behaving that is based on the fear of unknown and faith in magic or luck, that is superstition. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಢನಂಬಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. This bill was passed 3 years back and now it has become an act. Many superstitious evil practices will come down in our society because of this Anti-Superstition Act. And this act will impose stringent punishment for practitioners. The draft also proposed death sentence for human sacrifice in the name of black magic. ಮೂಢನಂಬಿಕೆ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಬಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಹೊಸ ಕಾನೂನು ಇದು. ಈ ಹೊಸ ಕಾನೂನಿನಿಂದ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿನ ಕೆಲವು ಮೂಢ ಆಚರಣೆಗಳು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಾಟ ಮಂತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಮನುಷ್ಯರನ್ನ ಬಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಈ ಹೊಸ ಕಾನೂನಿನ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮರಣದಂಡನೆಯನ್ನು ವಿಧಿಸಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Let's move to the next news. Karnataka gets nod for 3 more airports. Very recently, Gulbarga and Bidar airports started functioning. And now the government has allocated 150 crore rupees to Vijayapura, 592 crore rupees to Hassan and 39 crore rupees to Shivamogga. Let's move to the next news. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurates new light combat helicopter production hangar at HAL complex. HAL stands for Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which is based in Bengaluru. Hangar means it's a large building with an extensive floor area, typically for housing aircraft. This is LCH, Light Combat Helicopter. It's a military aircraft, 5.5 ton class combat helicopter, designed and developed by HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. It is powered by 2 Shakti engines and inherits many technical features of the advanced light helicopter. In the last 5 years, India has made significant progress towards manufacturing military equipment indigenously under this Make in India initiative. Defense industry plays major role in the economic development of the country, and Defense Minister Rajnath Singh lauded the significant contribution of organizations like this HAL. Let's move to the next news. Here is the next news. It's about urbanization. Kannadadalli nagarikaranā antare. India is the country of villages. Number of villages is reducing because of urbanization. Population explosion is the main reason behind this. Urbanization wiped 84 villages off Karnataka map in 10 years. This is the state government data. 84 villages in Karnataka have disappeared between 2001 and 2011 due to rapid urbanization. In 2001, there were 27,481 villages in Karnataka state, and by 2011, the number of villages reduced to 27,397. Primary reason for the change is urbanization and merger of more and more villages into adjoining towns and cities. ನಗರೀಕರಣದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Now, what are the problems of unplanned urbanization? Loss of agricultural land and conversion of that agricultural land into housing or industrial purpose. See, losing villages to urbanization in itself should not be a concern, but when it leads to unplanned, congested and poorly maintained towns and cities, it poses massive problems. For example, this spread of coronavirus in an overpopulated city that lacks infrastructure. Solution to the problem of urbanization. Provide plenty of decent jobs in rural areas. See, farming has become too much of gamble to interest rural youth. If government is keen on reversing the trend, it must take blue collar and white collar jobs to its villages, or ensure good connectivity, allow people to travel to cities only for their livelihood. Let's move to the next news. Tamil Nadu tops Good Governance Index. Maharashtra and Karnataka placed second and third. Good Governance Index. Karnataka is in third place in the country. What is good governance? Government should function effectively. There should be no corruption or controlled corruption. There must be political stability and absence of violence or terrorism in the state. This Good Governance Index data was released. This report was released by Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances and the Center for Good Governance. Grievance andre kundu korate. So GGI or Good Governance Index takes into account 10 sectors. I'll show the data of each sector. This is the composite ranking. Tamil Nadu is in the first place. Its score is 5.62 and Karnataka is in the third place. 5.10 is its score. Under economic governance ranking, please remember Karnataka is in the first place. Under economic governance ranking, the score is 0.68. Among union territories, Delhi is in the first place. Among northeastern states, Uttarakhand is in the first place. Nagaland is in the last place. Under agriculture and allied ranking, Madhya Pradesh is in the first place and Karnataka state is in the 12th place. Among union territories, Daman Diu is in the first place and Delhi is in the last place. Northeastern and hilly regions, Mizoram is in the first place in agriculture allied sector. Nagaland is in the last place. Under commerce and industries ranking, Jharkhand is in the first place and Karnataka state is in the 9th place. Among northeastern and hilly regions, Uttarakhand, once again it is in the first place and Manipur is in the last place. Among union territories, Delhi is in the first place and Lakshadweep is in the last place. Public health ranking, Kerala state is in the first place, Karnataka state is in the 9th place, Uttar Pradesh is in the last place. Among northeastern and hilly regions, Manipur is in the first place, Assam is in the last place. Among union territories, under this public health ranking, Pondicherry is in the first place, Dadar and Nagar Haveli in the last place. Under judicial and public security ranking, Tamil Nadu, once again Tamil Nadu is in the first place and Karnataka state is in the 7th place, Bihar is in the last place. Among northeastern and hilly regions, Himachal Pradesh is in the first place, Assam in the last place. Among union territories, once again Pondicherry is in the first place, Daman Diu in the last place. Under environment ranking, West Bengal is in the first place, Karnataka is in the 7th place and Goa is in the last place. Among northeastern and hilly regions, Himachal Pradesh is in the first place, Arunachal Pradesh is in the last place. Among union territories, Chandigarh is in the first place and Dadar and Nagar Haveli in the last place. Here's the question. Which city hosted Invest Karnataka Summit? Options are Bengaluru, Hubballi, Kalburgi, Mangaluru. The right answer is option B, Hubballi. Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa inaugurated Invest Karnataka Summit in Hubballi. What was the objective of this summit? Attracting investors to the northern districts of Karnataka, particularly Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. See, Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities are basically smaller cities, 1 million in population. And Hubballi is known as Mumbai of North Karnataka. More than 1,000 investors and several multinational national companies attended this mega event. It is first of its kind conference to be held in the northern part of Karnataka. The investors meet received overwhelming response and for the first time, companies had come in good numbers to invest in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. This was a welcome development for ensuring uniform industrial development in Karnataka state. Please pause the video and try to answer this question. Which among the following statements about Patil Puttappa is or are correct? You have to pick the right statement, and the statements are given here. First statement, Patil Puttappa took part in unification of Karnataka, that is Karnataka Ekikarana movement. He was a Lok Sabha member, and name of his monthly magazine was Navayuga. And the options are given here. You have to pick the right option. See, the first statement says that Patil Puttappa took part in unification of Karnataka. If you have gone through the KPSC syllabus in the static GK portion, this is a very important topic, unification of Karnataka or Karnataka Ekikarana movement. You might have come across his name, Patil Puttappa. He's also called as Papu. Okay. Yes, he was one of the important leader in unification of Karnataka. So first statement is 100% correct. Second statement says that he was a Lok Sabha member. No, this is wrong. He was a Rajya Sabha member, and 2 times. He was Rajya Sabha member twice. Third statement says that name of his monthly magazine was Navayuga, and this is right. So among these options, option C is correct. Statement 1 and 3 are right. Recently, Papu or Patil Puttappa passed away. His age was 101. Here is an information about Patil Puttappa. He was born in Halageri, northern part of Karnataka, in the year 1919, and he expired on 16th March 2020. He was writer, journalist. He was also a notable freedom fighter. He completed his journalism from University of California, Los Angeles, and he was conferred with Nadoja Award from Kannada University. Here is the list of some important Kannada language books authored by Patil Puttappa or Papu. These books are very, very important. Please note down. Namma Desha, Namma Jana, Nannadu Ee Kannada Nadu, Karnataka Kathe, Papu Prapancha. These are the important books, and his monthly magazine Navayuga, weekly journal Prapancha. Here are some other books. Karnataka Kavi Lekhavaru, Karnataka Sangeeta Kalaratnaru, Badukalu Beku Badukuva Ee Maatu, Neevu Nagabeku, Nenapina Butti, Maatu Manikya, Kannadada Kampu, Suvarna Karnataka, Pustaka Samskruti. The one which are highlighted in red color are very important. Okay, he was conferred Nadoja Award by Kannada University, Drupatunga Award in the year 2008. It's a literary award by Karnataka Sahitya Parishad, and Uday Award in 2010. He was Rajya Sabha member twice. Karnataka government to present Basava Award to journalist Patil Puttappa, and this was the statement given by Chief Minister Yediyurappa. Let's move to the next news. He is TAS Mani. He passed away in Bengaluru on 14th March and his age was 83. He is the winner of Nadashri Award in 2018. He was a well-known percussion vidwans. Mridanga nodista idru iವರು. Okay. Mahayogini Mata Manikeshwari passed away at the age of 87. She passed away at a hillock in Yanagundi village, Sedam Taluk of Kalburgi district. I have heard that she used to live in the cave and she used to come only on the day of Mahashivratri. Okay, she was born in the year 1934 and died in the year 2020. Several thousands of devotees from various parts of Karnataka state, even Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra, paid homage to her, and she died of age-related illness. And according to the sources, she practiced yoga and dhyana, saying her prayers to Sri Mallikarjuna Swami of Sri Shailam. She lived in this cave, that is hillock, Yanagundi village in Kalburgi district. She established 108 ashrams across the Karnataka state, Andhra and Telangana. All ashrams are holding spiritual activities, creating awareness among people about peace, ahimsa, humanity. She became popular after she started opposing animal sacrifices. She opposed animal sacrifices. Let's move to the next news. Okay, Karnataka Chief Minister announces rupees 10,000 crore for Krishna project stage 3. Government is going to expand the existing dam across Krishna river. Whenever government takes up such irrigation projects, many people lose their habitat, even agriculture land. So compensation, rehabilitation has to be given to such people. 20 villages will be affected. 20 villages will be affected because of this project in this year, 2020 and 2021. To take up all important Upper Krishna project stage 3 and for resettlement, rehabilitation of 20 villages, 10,000 crore rupees has been allocated. Let us understand more about this Krishna river. It is also known as Krishnaveni river. Please observe this map. Krishna river is the fourth biggest river in terms of water inflows and river basin area in India. Krishna is the fourth biggest river in our country. Ganga is the biggest river, first biggest river, second Godavari, third Brahmaputra, and fourth Krishna river. Okay. Please remember the second biggest river of our country is Godavari. Godavari river is also known as Dakshin Ganga. Okay, please remember Dakshina Ganga is Godavari river. Dakshina Bharatada Gange ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಾವೇರಿ ನದಿಗೆ. Okay, ಈ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇರಲಿ. Biggest river of our country is Ganga, second biggest river is Godavari, third biggest river is Brahmaputra, and fourth biggest river Krishna. These are very important points. Krishna is an east flowing river. This river flows in eastern direction and reaches Bay of Bengal. This river originates in Mahabaleshwar, that is in Maharashtra state. It merges with Bay of Bengal. It flows through 4 states: Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, observe the map. Krishna river is almost 1,400 kilometers long or 870 miles. I have already mentioned Krishna river is also known as Krishnaveni. It is one of the major sources of irrigation for Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, here is the map of important tributaries of Krishna river. Please note down the principal tributaries joining Krishna are Ghataprabha, Malaprabha, Bhima, Tungabhadra, and Musi river. Okay, I repeat, principal tributaries joining Krishna are Ghataprabha river, Malaprabha river, Bhima river, Tungabhadra river, and Musi river. Okay, here is just a background information. He is our former Indian Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri. The foundation stone for this project was led by the then Indian Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri on 22nd May 1964. Lal Bahadur Shastri Dam is also known as Almatti Dam. It's a hydroelectric project on Krishna River, and this project was completed in the year 2005. Now, Upper Krishna project stage 3 would increase the height of this Almatti Dam and allow for complete utilization of state's share on Krishna River water allocation. See, Upper Krishna project is an irrigation project across Krishna River to provide irrigation to the drought-prone areas. Observe this map. Bijapur, drought-prone areas are Bijapur or Vijayapura, Bagalkot, Gulbarga, or the official name is Kalburgi, Yadagiri, and Raichur districts. Okay, Vijayapura, Bagalkot, Gulbarga, Yadagiri, Raichur districts. This project has been designed by Government of Karnataka to irrigate 15,36,000 acres of land. ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಕೃಷಿ ಭೂಮಿಯನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕೃಷಿ ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ನೀರು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು Krishna river in the. Let's move to the next news. You all have heard about this very popular Bhagya scheme or Bhagya Yojana. This scheme is in news now. Before that, let us revise some important points related to this scheme. Name of the scheme, Bhagya Yojana, launched by the then Chief Minister Siddaramaiah in the year 2013-2014. This scheme is supervised by Food and Civil Supplies Department. Okay, under this Anna Bhagya scheme, Karnataka government will distribute food grains to below poverty line families in Karnataka state. And the main purpose of this scheme is to offer high quality food grains to people at low rates, just 1 rupee for 1 kg rice. Only the legal residents of Karnataka will be allowed to fill application form and enroll under this scheme, and this is for the BPL card holders. The news related to Anna Bhagya scheme is here. Earlier 7 kg rice was distributed per person, but now only 5 kg rice per person. I'll just read out this news. Anna Bhagyake Anudana Kadita ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ನಿಂದ 5 kg ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಅನ್ನಭಾಗ್ಯ ಯೋಜನೆ ಅಡಿ ನೀಡುವ ಅಕ್ಕಿಯ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಕಡಿತ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ತಿಂಗಳಿನಿಂದ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸದಸ್ಯನಿಗೆ 7 kg ಬದಲು 5 kg ಅಕ್ಕಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀಡಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ BS ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಅವರು 2020ನೇ ಸಾಲಿನ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಮಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಆಹಾರ ಇಲಾಖೆಗೆ ಮೀಸಲಾಗಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ಅನುದಾನದಲ್ಲಿ 1234 ಕೋಟಿ ಕಡಿತ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಅನ್ನಭಾಗ್ಯ ಅಡಿ ನೀಡುವ ಅಕ್ಕಿಯು ಕಡಿತಗೊಳ್ಳಲಿದೆ. Okay, government is planning to supply ragi in southern parts of Karnataka state and jowar in northern part of Karnataka state instead of providing only rice under this Annabhagya Yojana. Ragi, jowar and tur dal to be considered for Annabhagya Yojana. Let's move to the next news. Statements regarding Kyasanur forest disease is or are correct. The statements are given here. You have to pick the right statement. November to May is considered as KFD season. KFD stands for Kyasanur forest disease. KFD transmitted by monkeys. KFD is a viral disease. No person-to-person transmission reported so far. November to May is considered as KFD season. This statement is correct. First statement is right. KFD is transmitted by monkeys. This is correct. KFD is a viral disease. Correct. And no person-to-person transmission reported so far. Even this last statement is right. So the right option is option D. All the statements are correct. We all know that the whole world is fighting against COVID-19. We all are under lockdown now. Even Karnataka state government is trying its best to contain the coronavirus. This is March 29, 2020 news. In times of this COVID-19, Malnad region of Karnataka state grapples with KFD. KFD stands for Kyasanur forest disease. I have already mentioned. This disease is also called as monkey fever. In Kannada, Mangana Khaile. The question is this a new viral disease? Just like COVID-19? No, definitely not. KFD is old disease. It is caused by virus. Name of that virus is KFD virus, Kyasanur forest disease virus. This disease was first identified in the year 1957. In a sick monkey, this disease was identified in sick monkey from Kyasanur forest in Karnataka, hence the name. And there is a vaccine against KFD. The vaccine against KFD was developed in 1991 and the same is being administered till date. November to May is considered as KFD season. In the previous season, 23 persons died and 440 tested positive for this disease in Karnataka state. Hence, our state health department had planned to vaccinate nearly 5 lakh people in the affected areas this season, and they could vaccinate 4 lakh people successfully. It was true that many people who had taken the vaccination had tested positive for KFD. A person, even after getting vaccinated, may get infected by this KFD virus, but he will not die. The possibilities of survival and speedy recovery are high if the viral load is less in the body. March 29, 2020 news is here. This season, 123 tested positive. Blood samples of nearly 4,000 people having symptoms of the disease were tested, and out of those 4,000 blood samples, 123 samples tested positive for KFD.
Out of this 123, 102 cases are from Shivamogga district. And more than 12% of the ones who tested positive this season were vaccinated against the disease. Image of hard tick. KFD virus lives inside the body of this hard tick. So KFD is a tick-borne viral disease, and this disease is endemic to South India. ಅಂದರೆ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ರೋಗ ಕಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಗ ಕಂಡು ಬಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಎಂಡಮಿಕ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾದ್ಯಂತ ಆ ರೋಗ ಹಬ್ಬಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ಯಾಂಡಮಿಕ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಕೊರೋನಾ ವೈರಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಂಡಮಿಕ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ KFD: ಬ್ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ನೇಸಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ, ಮೂಗಿನಿಂದ ರಕ್ತಸ್ರಾವ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬ್ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ನೇಸಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾವಿಟಿ, ಥ್ರೋಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗಮ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ರೋಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನಲ್ bleeding. KFD virus belongs to family Flaviviridae. This is very important point. It is transmitted by monkeys. Preventive measures: using insect repellents, wearing protective clothing. This is the best image. How humans contract Kyasanur forest disease. The virus is transmitted to humans through the bite of tick. These are ticks. I have already shown the image also. When humans come in contact with infected animals like monkeys, humans contract this disease. Please remember, no person-to-person transmission has been reported so far. Monkeys and small mammals are the common hosts of the virus. Means virus lives inside the body of small mammals and monkeys. Those who live in forests in disease-prone areas and those who visit forest frequently for their livelihood, such as forest guards and health workers, are at risk. Larger animals such as cattle can get infected with this virus but play a limited role in transmission of the disease. ಇದರ ಸಾರಾಂಶ ಹೀಗಿದೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ನೂರ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸೀಸನ್ನು ಮಂಗನ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ವೈರಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಈ ರೋಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ವೈರಸ್ ಮಂಗಗಳ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಟಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಹುಳುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡುಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ತರಹದ ಮಂಗಗಳು ಟಿಕ್ ಮನುಷ್ಯನನ್ನು ಕಚ್ಚಿದ್ರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಈ ರೋಗ ತಗುಲುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಆಡು, ಕುರಿ, ದನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಈ ವೈರಸ್ ಬರಬಹುದು. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಥರದ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಂದ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಹಬ್ಬುವ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ, ಈ ರೋಗ ಹಬ್ಬುವ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ತೀರಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. Endemic regions of Kyasanur forest disease in India are Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, even some parts of Goa and Maharashtra. ಈ ಭಾಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ರೋಗ ಕಂಡುಬರುತ್ತೆ. This point is very important. Recently, Karnataka state government has allocated 15 crore rupees to set up research center on Kyasanur forest disease in Sagara, Karnataka. Sagara is name of the place. It is the right time to take up study and research on enhancing the potency of the vaccine to prevent future outbreaks. Let's move to the next news. Rail Museum was inaugurated in which city of Karnataka state? Options are Hubballi South Western Railway, Bengaluru, Mysuru, Ballari, Kodagu. Right answer, option C, Mysuru. Here is that news. Rail Museum is back on fresh, gleaming tracks in Mysuru. Rail Museum renovated and expanded at the cost of 9 crore rupees, and this was open to public. One can experience the history and evolution of railways here. These are some old photographs of rail. Let's move to the next news. Hubballi Airport of Karnataka state won the Best Udan Airport Award this year. Udan stands for Ude Desh Ke Aam Nagrik. Udan, it's a scheme, central government scheme, launched in the year 2016. Here is an information about Udan scheme. Udan is a regional airport development and regional connectivity scheme of Government of India with the objective of letting the common citizen of country fly, aimed at making air travel affordable and widespread to boost inclusive national economic development, job growth and air transport infrastructure development of all regions and states of the country. Two events were held in Bengaluru. One is National Horticulture Fair held in Bengaluru city in the month of February.
This was held in the month of February. And 11th India Nano Conference and Exhibition was also held in Bengaluru in the month of March. Please remember these 2 points. National Horticulture Fair 2020, Horticulture, Making, Farming and Enterprise. This fair was inaugurated by Dr. Trilochan Mahopatra, who is the Secretary and Director General of ICAR. ICAR stands for Indian Council of Agriculture Research. This particular fair was held in Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, which is in Hesarghatta, Bengaluru. Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, IIHR. IIHR comes under ICAR. ICAR is in, the headquarters of ICAR is in Delhi. And IIHR is in Bengaluru. And this fair was held in Bengaluru, IIHR. This is the photograph of that fair. Let's move to the next news. Okay, this news is related to art and culture of Karnataka state, static GK. See, recently Jaghalagi Habba was celebrated in Hubballi in the month of March. Jaghalagi is the traditional drum and this is the folk art. Jaghalagi Habba in Hubballi. Remember this point. Next news is about Salu Marada Timmakka. Timmakka was felicitated during International Women's Day celebrations held at CSIR CFTRI. CFTRI is Central Food Technological Research Institute. This is in Mysuru, Karnataka state. Timmakka was felicitated during International Women's Day. International Women's Day is celebrated on 8th March. This celebration was started in the year 1913. This day is celebrated to help nations worldwide eliminate discrimination against women. It also focused on helping women gain full and equal participation in global development. The theme is here, Each for Equal. 2020 theme, Each for Equal. International Men's Day is also celebrated on 19th November. International Men's Day celebrated on 19th November and International Women's Day on 8th March. Kannadigas know very well about Salu Marada Timmakka. Schoolale ಓದಿದೀವಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇದೆ. But still I would like to give small information about Salu Marada Timmakka here. Salu Marada Timmakka is also known as Alada Marada Timmakka. Alada Mara, Kannada word which means banyan tree. Observe this image. She is an Indian environmentalist. She has planted 385 banyan trees along 4-kilometer stretch of highway between Hulikal and Kadur. She has also planted more than 8,000 other trees. See, 385 banyan trees and more than 8,000 other trees. She used to walk 4 kilometers and water them. She has nurtured trees like her own children. Timmakka was born in Gubbi in Karnataka state and her age is 105 now. We wish her a long, healthy, wealthy life. Please remember she is the recipient of Padma Shri Award. This point is very important. Government of India recognized her work and she was conferred with Padma Shri in 2019. Okay, here is an information about Padma Shri Award. This is the 4th highest civilian award in Republic of India. The first highest civilian award is Bharat Ratna, second Padma Vibhushan, third Padma Bhushan. And this is Padma Shri is the 4th highest civilian award. It is awarded by Government of India every year on India's Republic Day. Padma Awards were instituted in the year 1954. When I say Padma Awards, it includes Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri, all the three. Padma Awards were instituted in the year 1954. These awards are given to citizens of India in recognition of their distinguished contribution in any field. It may be art, education, industry, literature, science, sports, medicine, social service, public affairs, any field. This award will also be given to foreigners who have contributed in various ways to India. Like Karnataka State Board for Wildlife has given the nod to controversial Hubballi-Ankola railway line. Board cleared the proposal and sent it for National Wildlife Board's review. If this project is approved, over 2 lakh trees in Western Ghats would be cut. Uttar Karnataka legislatures argue that this project would boost the economy of the region, and they applied pressure on Chief Minister to approve this project. Chief Minister Yediyurappa cleared this controversial Hubballi-Ankola railway line. This project entails felling nearly 2 lakh full-grown trees. See, some experts argue that this number is wrong. More than 2 lakh full-grown trees would be cut. Project will destroy prime forest in a landscape which is biodiversity hotspot. You all know that Western Ghats are recognized as biodiversity hotspots, and this railway line will pass through the forests of Karwar and Yellapur division. This project was announced in the year 1997 itself. This was rejected multiple occasions by Central Empowered Committee of Supreme Court, Ministry of Environment and Forest, and National Tiger Conservation Authorities. Political leaders supported this project. Please observe this map. This project will cut across the habitat contiguity between Kali and Sahyadri Tiger Reserve, and experts have warned that it will have serious repercussions for long-term conservation of wildlife in the land. Against this project, please sign this petition started by Green Saviors NGO of Belagavi, Karnataka. By this, we complete Karnataka State Current Affairs March month 2020. Here are some questions related to budget. Pause the video and try to answer them. Karnataka government set aside what amount for Yettinahole project? Options are given here. These are in crores. 1900 crore rupees, 1200 crore rupees, 1300 crore rupees, and 1500 crore rupees. The right answer is option D, 1500 crore rupees. Next question. Karnataka state government set aside what amount for the development of Jog Falls? Options are here. 500 crore, 400 crore rupees, 100 crore rupees, 700 crore rupees. The right answer is option A, 500 crore rupees. Next, government is planning to build twin towers with 25 floors each in Anandrao Circle of Bengaluru, and government has allocated 400 crore rupees. This slide is very important. Please note down. Government has allocated 9,000 crore rupees to farmers' welfare. 9,000 ಕೋಟಿ ರೈತರ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ. 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸಣ್ಣ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ನೀಡಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. 10,000 rupees annual aid to small farmers. And Kisan credit card for farmers and also fishermen. Writing bank exams, this point is very important. Kisan credit card scheme is the credit card scheme introduced in the year 1998 by Indian banks. Please remember, this scheme, model scheme, was prepared by NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, on recommendations of R.V. Gupta Committee. NABARD prepared this Kisan credit card model scheme on recommendations of R.V. Gupta Committee to provide loans for agriculture needs. Next point is here. 200 crore rupees aid for organic farming. Government has allocated 200 crore rupees for organic farming. Savayava Krishi antare, organic farming. And horticulture sector will be considered as industries. Government allocated 5,000 crore rupees for lift irrigation projects across the state and 627 crore rupees for drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation. Lift irrigation system is the method of irrigation in which water is lifted with pumps. Water is not transported by natural flow. Water is lifted with pumps. This is lift irrigation. Proposes 25 crore rupees for Vishwakarma Development Board and 10 crore rupees for Aryavaishya Development Board. I'll explain about this Vishwakarma community. Vishwakarma community is also known as Vishwa Brahmin. It's a social group of India. Sometimes it is described as caste. Vishwakarma is a Hindu deity. Vishwakarma generally means architect of the universe. This is of Indian origin. And this Vishwakarma community comprise 5 subgroups: carpenter, blacksmith, bronzesmith, goldsmith, and stone masons who believe that they are descendants of Vishwakarma, a Hindu deity. The next 3 slides are very important. I've collected all the points related to Karnataka State Budget 2020 in these 3 slides. Maximum allocation of amount is for this child budget 36,340 crores. And this project involves 279 programs. I've explained about this in my previous video, Karnataka State Budget 2020 video. 26,930 crore rupees for the welfare of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Please try to remember the amount allocated to agriculture field, to the farmers and irrigation projects, and the amount allocated to social welfare programs. Here is everything related to agriculture and irrigation. This is the second slide. 10,000 rupees annual aid to small farmers will be given, and 9,000 crore rupees allocated to farmers' welfare, 5,000 crore rupees for lift irrigation projects, 1,500 crore rupees for Yettinahole project, 100 crore rupees set aside for Mahadai works, 627 crore rupees for drip and sprinkler irrigation system, 200 crore rupees aid for organic farming. Karnataka CM announced 10,000 crore rupees for Krishna project stage 3, and 125 crore rupees for Backward Class Development Corporation, 78 crore rupees for the comprehensive development of nomadic, semi-nomadic, marginalized and highly marginalized communities, 12.5 crore rupees for the establishment of Charma Shilpa, mechanized production units by 250 leather artisans with a subsidy of 5 lakh rupees at a unit cost of 10 lakh rupees, 2 crore rupees for the documentation of traditional tribal medicine systems and practices and the establishment of processing units of selected medicines in Shivamogga and Mysuru districts, 70 lakh rupees for Karnataka State Women Development Corporation 2020-2021, 14,500 crore rupees towards developing the peripheral ring road in Bengaluru city, 400 crore rupees for twin towers building with 25 floors each will be constructed in Anandrao Circle, Bengaluru, 500 crore rupees for the development of Joke Falls, 20 crore rupees for the balancing reservoir for Tungabhadra.
On 9th March 2020, first case of COVID-19 pandemic was confirmed in Karnataka state, and on the same day, Karnataka state government issued a circular ordering closure of kindergartens and primary classes in all schools in the state. This point is very important. Karnataka state is first in India to invoke provisions of Epidemic Diseases Act 1897. Remember this act, Epidemic Diseases Act 1897. Karnataka is the first state in India to invoke the provisions of this act. Epidemic Diseases Act is the law. This law was first enacted to tackle plague in Mumbai in the former British India. This plague is caused by bacterium, and name of that bacteria is Yersinia pestis. It is good to remember this point as well. Plague is caused by bacterium. Now coming back, many awareness programs were launched by government officials, and on 11th March 2020, State Health and Family Welfare Department uploaded a poster on social media with a message, use Namaste to greet others, fight against Corona. Karnataka state government launched this Namaste over handshake campaign in order to avoid the spread of COVID-19 and advised people to keep safe distance from one another. This poster also consists of 24/7 toll-free health helpline number 104. This health helpline number answers public queries on viral diseases. It is important to remember the health helpline number 104. Patients diagnosed with this COVID-19 are expected to stay in isolation for long duration, that is minimum 14 days. These patients, diagnosed patients, were given counseling. Counseling service was also provided by the state government to lift the morale of the patients, enthusiasm of the patients. And according to Karnataka government, as of 6th May 2020, 2,631 mental health counseling sessions were conducted for the patients, and 70,749 counseling sessions were conducted for migrants in the state. Government order to close down places of commerce, industry and social assembly to prevent coronavirus cases. Crores of jobs are at risk now. And impact on education. Due to national-wide lockdown, Karnataka state government postponed SSLC exams, 10th standard exams indefinitely. And government also cancelled annual exams for students up to 9th standard and including 9th standard. The state education department issued an order to all the schools in the state to postpone their admission processes until further notice. Union government recommended the citizens to install this Arogya Setu app. Karnataka state government has also developed app, mobile application. What is the name of that mobile application? Options are given here. Apta Mitra, Apta Rakshaka, Arogya Rakshaka, Arogya Mitra. Please pause the video and try to answer this question. The right answer to this question is option A, Apta Mitra. Apta Mitra is name of the mobile application developed by Karnataka state government to combat COVID-19. This app is owned by Health and Family Welfare Department and State Disaster Management Authority. And which company developed Apta Mitra mobile application? Infosys BPM. Infosys BPM is the subsidiary of Infosys Limited. This Apta Mitra helpline will provide service from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. There are totally 6 centers, out of which 4 are in Bengaluru and 1 in Mysuru, 1 in Bantwal, Mangaluru. There are 6 centers, but it covers people from entire state. These two platforms, toll-free number 14410 and Apta Mitra mobile application, both are intended to reach out to the people to help identify those having influenza-like illness, severe acute respiratory infection, COVID-19-like symptoms, or having high risk of getting infected. These two platforms will also help government to take decisions on graded relaxation of lockdown norms. Lockdown relaxation will be given in areas with low prevalence of the symptoms, and containment measures will be taken up in hotspots or clusters, disease breakout areas. These two platforms also provide telemedicine support. This telemedicine support has 2-tier system. First tier is managed by volunteer students from Ayush nursing and pharma courses, and second tier is managed by MBBS doctors, even Ayush volunteer doctors. Just observe this image, you can understand how this telemedicine system works. Here doctors use telecommunication technology to diagnose and treat patients. Okay, I have just collected all the points in one slide. These are the measures taken up by Karnataka state government. You can pause the video and note it down. Meanwhile, I'll just repeat it in Kannada. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡ ಕೆಲವು ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಈ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಹರಡೋದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಪೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರೋದೇನೆಂದ್ರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ನರ್ಸಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ದಾದಿಯರು, ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಅವರ ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ಸೇವೆ ಸಹ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ನಂತರದ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಅರ್ಲಿ ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಮೆಷರ್ಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಜನತಾ ಕರ್ಫ್ಯೂ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಶುರು ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಡೋಕೆ ತಯಾರಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಶುರುವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಪಿಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ 1897 ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನೂನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಡೀ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಮೊದಲು ಇದು ಬರೋದು. ನಂತರ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕೆಲವು ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನ ನೀಡೋಕೆ ಕೆಲವು ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಇಲಾಖೆ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಓವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಶೇಕ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ದೇಶದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಲಾಕ್ಡೌನ್ ಶುರುವಾಗೋಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಓವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಶೇಕ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಶುರುವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಜನರಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಶೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಅಂತರ ಕಾಯ್ದುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅನ್ನುವ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನ ನೀಡಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಈ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯಿಂದ ಬಳಲ್ತಾ ಇರೋರು ಅಥವಾ ಅವರ ಸಂಪರ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಂತವರು 14 ದಿನ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಕ್ವಾರಂಟೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಮನಸ್ಥೈರ್ಯ ಕುಗ್ಗುವ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರನೇ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಈ ಕೂಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರು ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ ಕ್ವಾರಂಟೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರು, ಇವರು ಆತಂಕಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಗಾಗಿದ್ರು. ಈ ತರಹದ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸಹಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಆಪ್ತ ಮಿತ್ರ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಟೋಲ್ ಫ್ರೀ ನಂಬರ್ 14410 ಮತ್ತು ಟೆಲಿಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಇದು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ. ಈ ಟೆಲಿಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಈ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹ ಅವರು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನ ನೀಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನ ನೀಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಟೆಲಿಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. Okay, these were the measures taken up by the state government. Our neighboring states like Goa, Kerala have performed well. In fact, Goa and Manipur are completely free from COVID-19. Karnataka state is not completely free, but these measures have definitely helped in slowing down the spread of this virus in the state. Now it is the time to learn from one another and help each other in combating this COVID-19. Let's move to the next news. Next news is about renewable energy. What is renewable energy? It is the energy collected from renewable sources. It may be solar energy, wind energy, waves energy. Renewable energy can be used to generate electricity, even in transportation, example solar cars. Here is one question related to renewable energy. Pause the video and try to answer this. According to CRISIL research report on total installed renewable capacity in financial year 2020, which states are in top 3 position? Arranged in descending order. Options are given here. Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat. Second option is Gujarat, Karnataka, Rajasthan. Third option, Rajasthan, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. When I say total installed renewable energy, it includes all kinds of renewable energy. That may be solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, all renewable sources. Right answer to this question is option A, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat. Karnataka is in the first position. Here is that news. According to CRISIL research report, see the full form of CRISIL is Credit Rating Information Services of India Limited. According to this CRISIL research report, Karnataka retained its first position in terms of total installed renewable capacity in financial year 2020. Followed by Tamil Nadu and Gujarat. Gujarat's total renewable capacity crossed 10,000 megawatt mark in financial year 2020, making it third state after Karnataka and Tamil Nadu to have more than 10 gigawatt of installed capacity according to CRISIL research report. See, this slide is very important. If you consider only solar energy, which is one of the renewable energy, then top 3 states are Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Karnataka is in the third position. Karnataka was in the first position, but now according to this year's report, Karnataka is in the third position if you consider only solar energy. If you consider wind energy, then the top 3 states are Gujarat, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. When you consider total renewable energy capacity, then Karnataka state is in the first position. In case of this wind energy, Karnataka is not in top 3 list. But if you consider total renewable energy capacity, Karnataka state is in the first position, Tamil Nadu in the second position and Gujarat is in the third position. Total renewable energy means it includes all kinds of renewable energies, solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, etc. Okay, this data is not very important. I'm just giving an idea. As of 31st March 2019, the total renewable energy installed capacity stood at 13,845 megawatt and now it has increased to 15,232 megawatt. Now what has helped Karnataka state to retain its position? There are several factors. One factor is this Solar Energy Corporation of India led schemes have enabled commissioning of projects in the Pavgada Solar Park. Pavgada is the place in Tumkuru district of Karnataka state. Please observe these two maps. See, this Pavgada Solar Park is the world's largest solar park. This is in Karnataka state and the capacity of this solar park is 2050 megawatt. One more important point is this Pavgada region is drought hit area and the farmers here suffer economic losses. So Karnataka Solar Power Development Corporation took land from the farmers on lease. This Karnataka Solar Power Development Corporation Limited pays farmer 21,000 rupees per acre per year. Since the entire park is leased, this has lowered the park's cost. The solar policies of Karnataka Renewable Energy Corporation Limited have helped in increasing the solar energy production, even the wind capabilities. Such wind turbines are installed near Haveri region, Saudati region, and also in Western Ghats. All these factors have helped Karnataka in retaining its top position in the country in terms of total renewable energy capacity. Renewable energy resources have numerous health benefits and environment benefits. It is always good to depend more on renewable energies rather than non-renewable energy. ರಿನ್ಯೂಯಬಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನವೀಕರಿಸಬಹುದಾದ ಶಕ್ತಿ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ವಿಂಡ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಮತ್ತು ಟೈಡಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಇಡೀ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ನವೀಕರಿಸಬಹುದಾದ ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ತಮಿಳುನಾಡು 2ನೇ ಸ್ಥಾನ, ಗುಜರಾತ್ 3ನೇ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇದು ಕ್ರೈಸಿಲ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್. ರಿನ್ಯೂಯಬಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯಕ್ಕೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು, ಪರಿಸರಕ್ಕೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. Next news is about the technologies developed by premier research institutes based in Bengaluru. This NITK is in Surathkal. These technologies have helped in fighting against COVID-19. Let's start with IISc. IISc stands for Indian Institute of Science, headquarters Bengaluru. Team of engineers at IISc Bengaluru have developed this ventilator. Please observe this image. This is the ventilator developed by IISc team. Ventilator is a machine. Ventilators are used for the patient who is physically unable to breathe or breathing insufficiently. IISc team has used all the local components here to build this ventilator. Indigenous means made in India. Prototype means first model. Here is that news. I'll just read out. To address the shortage of ventilators in India in the wake of COVID-19, team of engineers at IISc is building a prototype of an electromechanical ventilator from scratch using only components found or made in India based on guidelines issued by the UK Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory. And this point is very important. This is indigenous ventilator prototype built under Project Prana. In this image, you are seeing the modern ventilator. It is a computerized machine, but IISc researchers have developed a simple ventilator. Normally, ventilators are used in intensive care units in emergency situations. If there is a worst case scenario, about 0.006% of the population will need critical care with access to ventilators. If we consider 125 crores as our population, then 0.006% will make 75,000 patients. Okay, here are the key points. Components used to build this ventilator are pneumatic, electronic hardware, sensors and actuators. These components are internationally imported components, but IISc team designed using components readily available or made in India. And this ventilator accurately tells how much oxygen flows and how much the patient is breathing in a breath. You can pause the video and note down these key points. Let's move to the next news. Next news is about the technology developed by JNCASR. JNCASR. The full form is Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research. This is in Jakkuru, Bengaluru, India. JNCASR develops antimicrobial coating to stop spread of viruses. Here is the screenshot of the news. Researchers developed antimicrobial coat, which means chemical coat that can kill microorganisms. And during the research, they coated antimicrobial coat to the surface. The coated surfaces completely killed different drug-resistant bacteria and fungi in just 30 to 45 minutes. In just 30 to 45 minutes. This is a rapid action. Now, how this can be used in this situation? See, the antimicrobial coating can be coated with number of PPEs, that is personal protective equipment such as mask, gloves, etc. These PPEs are used by the doctors and nurses, and these PPEs provide safety to them in order to fight against COVID-19. Here is the image of personal protective equipment or PPE in short. This is N95 mask, surgical mask. Next news is about the technology developed by National Institute of Technology, Karnataka, NITK. This is in Surathkal, Mangaluru. Researchers at NITK develops cost-effective disinfectant chamber called Zero COV, coronavirus. Here is the photograph of NITK Surathkal, Mangaluru. Here is the screenshot. This is very interesting. The technology developed by NITK research team has been recommended by World Health Organization. Normally, COVID-19 warriors wash their PPEs to disinfect and then they reuse these PPEs. NITK researchers have found a very simple solution to disinfect PPEs. Just observe this image. They have modified old refrigerator into disinfection chamber. They have fitted 3 UV lamps into this old refrigerator. UV lamp consume 11 watts of power and each UV lamp cost around 500 rupees. So this technology is very cost effective. They have fitted 3 UV lamps in this old refrigerator, and they have named it as zero COV disinfection chamber. UV rays can kill microorganisms. This is already a well-proven technology and accepted by scientific community that UV rays kill microorganisms. And this UV technology is commonly used as disinfection in hospitals, laboratories, and water treatment plants to kill microbes. Now, COVID-19 warriors can disinfect their PPEs in this zero COV disinfection chamber. This could be used in every household as preventive measure. See, the items brought from the market, like books, ready-to-eat food, even currency, cannot be washed. You cannot wash books or currency, right? So such items could be disinfected in this chamber. UV light is harmful on human body. So just place the items such as vegetables, ready-to-eat food, or currency in disinfection chamber, close it, then switch on UV light for 15 minutes. UV light destroys or inactivate bacteria and virus up to 99.9%. This chamber could be placed at the entrance of house or office. No chemical is used here, so it is safe. This team is ready to technically assist residents who want to build their own zero COV disinfectant chamber. I have already mentioned World Health Organization has recommended this zero COV technology. Since World Health Organization is in news, I would like to share few points related to this. World Health Organization is the specialized agency of United Nations, and it is responsible for international public health. Where is the headquarters of WHO? Geneva in Switzerland, and this was founded in the year 1948. This news is about CENS, Center for Nano and Soft Matter Sciences. This is based in Bengaluru. CENS develops Tribo E-mask to protect healthy individuals from COVID-19. This is Tribo E-mask. Researchers have borrowed ideas from physics textbooks on triboelectricity. You might have heard about triboelectricity, something kids enjoy playing with. This is very simple. Observe these images. There are 2 polypropylene layers and in the middle nylon layer, and your Tribo E-mask is ready. When layers are rubbed against each other, the outer layer, that is polypropylene layer, develop negative charge, while nylon layer, which is in the middle, will hold positive charge. This will act as double electric wall protection against infectious entities like bacteria or virus crossing. There is no need of industry developing or manufacturing it because mask is made out of commonly available fabrics. Nylon is very commonly available fabric. This Tribo E-mask can be washed just like any other cloth and can be reused. Mask is inexpensive and doable by anyone. This is not recommended to healthcare professionals and patients. Healthy individuals can use it now. Okay, this is the last one, Indian Institute of Astrophysics. This institute is also based in Bengaluru, and the team of researchers at this Indian Institute of Astrophysics have discovered hundreds of lithium-rich giant stars. Lithium is name of the element. Giant means very big. Researchers have discovered hundreds of lithium-rich giant stars. This proves that lithium is being produced in the stars. You all know that iron is the most abundant element by mass in the earth, correct? It constitutes about 80% of the inner and outer core of the earth. Iron is the most abundant element by mass in the earth. Likewise, lithium is abundant in interstellar medium. What is interstellar medium? In astronomy, interstellar medium is the matter and radiation. Interstellar medium exists in the space between star systems in galaxy. Just remember, lithium is being produced in the stars and lithium is the most abundant element in interstellar medium. Okay, here is one question. India's Atomic Energy Commission have recently found 14,100 tons reserve of which element in Mandya district of Karnataka state? And the options are given here. Aluminium, iron, lithium, cadmium. The right answer to this question is option C, lithium. Lithium was recently discovered in Mandya district, lithium reserve. The technological developments that has helped to combat COVID-19 are here in this single slide. This first one is a discovery. Indian Institute of Astrophysics scientists have discovered lithium-rich giant stars. This ISC builds indigenous ventilator prototype. JNCAR develops antimicrobial coating to stop spread of virus. CENS develops Tribo e-masks. Researchers at NITK develops cost-effective disinfectant chamber. These are helpful in combating COVID-19. Lithium reserve found in Karnataka, that is in Mandya region. This topic is very important and Prashant Dhawan sir has made a separate video on this topic. This topic is important because in 2019 Nobel Prize in Chemistry was given for the development of lithium ion batteries, and Dhawan sir has covered all the important points in that video. I'll revise some important points. Major producers of lithium in the world: Chile, Australia, Argentina, Portugal. At least remember top two. The reserves found in India is small compared to the major producers such as Chile and Australia. This lithium is a rare metal used for manufacturing batteries for electric vehicles. And India currently imports all its lithium needs and lithium batteries. This is the photo of lithium battery. And these lithium reserves now found in Mandya will be useful to promote clean energy vehicles in India. I hope you all know that government has a plan to make India a manufacturing hub for electric vehicles. And India has set up this Khanij Bidesh India Limited to source and acquire mines in Argentina, Bolivia and Chile. On 14th April 2020, M.V. Rajshekaran, he was former Union Minister and veteran Congress leader, passed away at the age of 91. He passed away in hospital at Bengaluru. He was born in the year 1928 in Ramnagara district of Karnataka state. He served as MLA in upper house of Karnataka government. He represented Kanakpura constituency and he was the son-in-law of former Chief Minister S. Nijalingappa. Name the tribal communities of Karnataka included in the list of scheduled tribes to ensure that they get reservation and other benefits provided by the government. Options are here: Parivara and Talavara, Beda and Nayaka, Valmiki and Beda, Kadu Kuruba and Jenu Kuruba. The right answer is option A, Parivara and Talavara. This point is very important. Recently, Parivara Talavara community got scheduled tribe status. And the Siddhi tribe. Siddhi tribes of Belgavi and Dharwad would also be included in the category, apart from those living in Uttar Kannada districts. The amendment has been made in the list of scheduled tribe in Karnataka. Parivara and Talavara community people are socially backward, politically backward, economically backward, even educationally backward. Population of Parivara community 2.58 lakh and Talavara community 8.6 lakh. Most people from these communities live in Mysuru, Chamarajnagara, Mandya and Tumkuru districts, and thin population resides in Udupi, South Canara and North Canara districts. What is the major occupation of these communities? Majority of them are employed as coolies. They are engaged in collecting firewood, husbandry and cottage industry. Basically, they lead a life of lower status. Now they got reservation. They will get the benefits provided by the government. Let us understand more about the Siddhi tribe. Siddhi community is also known as Habshi and Badshah. It is believed that they are of African origin because they clearly show the negroidal racial strain in their physical features. They resemble Africans. Siddhi people were brought to India as slaves by Arabs in 7th century. Then Portuguese, British also brought Siddhi people from East Africa to India as slaves. And later slavery was abolished in 18th, 19th centuries. Siddhis had a fear that they might be recaptured and tortured. Hence Siddhi people escaped into thick jungles and started living there. At present, Siddhis are living on west coast of Gujarat, Maharashtra and Karnataka states. In Karnataka, they mainly live in Dharwad, Belagavi and Uttar Kannada districts. In India, the Union government in the year 2003 classified Siddhi under list of scheduled tribes. They are included in the centre's list of particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Previously, they depended on hunting and gathering, but at present their main source of livelihood is labor and agriculture. Okay, here is another question. Who was called as Gandhi's postman and Karnataki? Options are Ajappa Naidu, Pandit Sudhakar Chaturvedi, Shrikanta Nayak, Vidur Simha. The right answer to this question is option B, Pandit Sudhakar Chaturvedi. It is important to know about Pandit Sudhakar Chaturvedi because recently, that is in the month of February 2020, he passed away. I will also tell why he was called as Gandhi's postman. He passed away at the age of 122. Yes, his age was 122. And this Chaturvedi title was given to Pandit Sudhakarji for his mastery over all the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda and Atharva Veda. He was a Vedic scholar. He was the editor of Veda Taranga. Veda Taranga was the Kannada magazine devoted to Vedic studies. And he had authored over 50 books in various languages, Sanskrit, Kannada, Hindi, English. And he has explained Vedas in 20 volumes. Chaturvedi was awarded Kannada Rajyotsava Award in 2012 to felicitate his role in freedom movement. Yes, he was closely associated with Mahatma Gandhiji during freedom struggle. Pandit Sudhakar Chaturvedi was called as Gandhi's postman, as he delivered the letters dictated by Gandhiji addressed to viceroys. He used to deliver the letters to viceroys, and those letters were dictated by Gandhiji. Gandhiji called him Karnataki. Pandit Sudhakar Chaturvedi was also closely associated with Arya Samaj movement. This Arya Samaj movement was the reform movement of modern Hinduism. This was founded by Swami Dayananda Saraswati in the year 1897. What was the aim of this Arya Samaj? To re-establish Vedas as revealed truth. Pandit Sudhakar Chaturvedi was also eyewitness of this Jallianwala Bagh massacre which took place in the year 1919. Okay, that was all about Pandit Sudhakar Chaturvedi. Here is the next question. Which location is selected to set up new world-class facility center for training astronauts? Options are Moodbidre, Jakkuru, Challakere, Mangaluru. The right answer to this question is option C, Challakere. Challakere is in Chitradurga district of Karnataka state. New world-class facility center for training astronauts will come up in India in the next 3 years at Challakere. Here is the next question. Who is the 4th Indian to receive highest Australian civilian honour? Options are Kiran Majumdar, Sudhamurthy, Narayan Murthy, Patil Puttappa. Right answer is option A, Kiran Majumdar. See, Kiran Majumdar is the 4th Indian to receive this Australian civilian honour. The other 3 Indians who have already received this honour, Australian civilian honour, are here. In the year 2012, Sachin Tendulkar received this honour. In the year 2006, former Attorney General of India, Soli Jahangir Sarabji, received this honour. And in the year 1982, Mother Teresa of Kolkata received Australian civilian honour. These are the 3 Indians who have already received this honour. And Kiran Majumdar became 4th Indian to receive highest Australian civilian honour. This award is given to foreign nationals who have extraordinarily contributed to Australia or for humanity. Kiran Majumdar was born in Bengaluru, Karnataka, and she is the founder of this biopharmaceutical company Biocon. This is a very important question. What is the name of the scheme launched by Karnataka state government to provide delivery of government services at doorsteps? Options are Seva Sahaya, Home Delivery Scheme, Jana Service Scheme, Jana Sevak Scheme. The right answer is option D, Jana Sevak Scheme. This scheme was launched by Karnataka Chief Minister to provide delivery of government services like ration card, senior citizen identity and health cards. The service will be provided at doorsteps. This scheme was launched in the month of February 2020, and the objective of this scheme is to ensure on-time delivery of government services to make the lives of citizens of Karnataka easy. A toll-free helpline number has been set up for this scheme, which will work from 8 am to 8 pm, and 115 rupees has been charged to provide home delivery service. People can apply from home by paying fee online. The next question is here. Who won Liva Miss Diva Universe 2020 title? Options are Edline Castellino, Stella Margate, Sangamitre Kudekallu, Shikha Magmoon. The right answer is option A, Adeline Castellino. Here is her photo. Okay, that's the end. We studied how Karnataka state government is handling the pandemic, technological developments by premier research institutes based in Bengaluru, about CRISIL research report, and where Karnataka state stands. Karnataka is in the first position in terms of total renewable energy capacity. ISRO's astronaut training hub at Challakere, Chitradurga district, Liva Miss Diva Universe 2020 title. It was won by Mangaluru's Adeline Castellino. Then Parivara Talwara tribes, even Siddhi tribe. What is the name of mobile laboratory developed by Defense Food Research Laboratory, DFRL, and DRDO, which stands for Defense Research and Development Organization, Mysuru, to test samples of COVID-19? And the options are given here. Please pick the right answer. Option A, Pravas. Option B, Parak. Option C, Praman. Option D, Parikshak. Right answer to this question is option B, Parak. And in this image, you are seeing the Mobile Food Microbial Analysis Laboratory, Parak. This was developed by DFRL and DRDO. Parak is a fully autonomous containment laboratory. Here there is a provision for storing and donning PPE. PPE stands for Personal Protective Equipment. Storage of used aprons, along with emergency body shower and also eye wash. This is the interior of mobile laboratory, Parak. There is one more important point. He is our Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. On 23rd April 2020, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh dedicated Mobile BSL-3 VRDL Laboratory. This is the first Corona sample collection mobile lab. He dedicated it to the nation through video conference in New Delhi on 23rd April. Please remember, Mobile BSL-3 VRDL Laboratory is the first Corona sample collection mobile lab. And now DFRL developed Mobile COVID-19 Testing Laboratory, and the name of that mobile lab is Parak. This is Defense Food Research Laboratory, headquarters Mysuru, and the current director of this DFRL is Anil Dutt Semwal. And DRDO stands for Defense Research and Development Organization. Headquarters is New Delhi, and the current chairman is Dr. G. Satish Reddy. DFRL ಅಂದರೆ ರಕ್ಷಣಾ ಆಹಾರ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಾಲಯ. ಇದರ ಹೆಡ್ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದು ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತು DRDO ರಕ್ಷಣಾ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ, ಇದರ ಹೆಡ್ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ. DRDO ಹೆಡ್ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಸ್. DFRL ಮತ್ತು DRDO ಒಂದು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬನ್ನು ಸಿದ್ಧಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸಂಚಾರಿ ಪರೀಕ್ಷಾ ಪ್ರಯೋಗಾಲಯ. ಈ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬೋರೇಟರಿಯ ಹೆಸರು ಪಾರಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, PPE ಎಪ್ರಾನ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡಬಹುದು, ಬಾಡಿ ಶವರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಐ ವಾಶ್ಗೆ ಸಹ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. For the first time in India, 2 different e-trading platforms for agriculture commodities will be made interoperable. Which are those e-trading platforms? Options are, first option, UMP, Unified Market Platform of Rashtriya E-Market Services and ENAM. Second option, Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium and ENAM. Option C, ENAM and ECAP. Option D, ECAP and UMP. Right answer to this question is option A, Rashtriya E-Market Services Unified Market Platform and ENAM. Here's the news. 200 new mandis integrated with ENAM digital platform. See, it is for the first time that Karnataka has been added to the list of ENAM states. ENAM stands for National Agriculture Market. I will come back to this news. First, let us understand how agriculture produce is marketed. These are agriculture mandis. These mandis are the defining factor of our Indian agriculture sector. And these mandis are the source of employment to hundreds of thousands of licensed agents. In some Indian states, including our Karnataka state, marketing organization is regulated by state APMC regulations. APMC stands for Agriculture Produce Marketing Committee. Farmers take their produce to these mandis. Their produce is auctioned off to wholesale buyers here under the oversight of APMC appointed overseers. The same trading is done through this eNAM now. It's a digital platform. eNAM, an online trading platform for agriculture commodities in India. Here is the definition you can note down. National Agriculture Market is a pan-India electronic trading portal which networks the existing APMC mandis to create a unified national market for agricultural commodities. This eNAM digital platform was launched in the year 2016. Please remember, this was launched in the year 2016, 14th April 2016 by Prime Minister of India. Over 90 commodities are traded here. It includes staple food grains, vegetables, fruits. 90 commodities are currently listed in its list of commodities available for trade. This NAM or National Agriculture Market aims to improve the marketing aspect of our agriculture sector. With one license for the entire state and single point levy, entire state becomes a market here. Yes, trading through this eNAM platform makes entire state a market, and the market fragmentation within the same state gets abolished. It will improve the supply chain of commodities and reduces wastages. It is profitable to our Indian farmers. Let us go in detail. This eNAM, National Agriculture Market, facilitates farmers, traders and also buyers with online trading in commodities. The market is helping in better price discovery. Farmers can discover better price for his produce through this platform. eNAM provide facilities for smooth marketing of farmers' produce. eNAM markets are proving popular now. Here the crops are weighed immediately and the stock is lifted on the same day and the payments are cleared online. On this eNAM platform, farmers can opt to trade directly on their own through mobile application, or they can also trade through registered commission agents. Trading is done online here. Trading computers or mobile application can be used for trading online. There is eNAM mobile application. This application is available in 8 languages. This eNAM is linked with 785 APMCs. 785 APMCs. APMC stands for Agriculture Produce Market Committee. These are in 17 states and 2 union territories. 785 markets in 17 states and 2 union territories. 45 lakh farmers have membership. This market is helping traders and exporters in procuring quality products in bulk at one place and ensure transparent financial transactions. The payment network, RTGS or NEFT, debit card, internet banking can also be integrated into this mobile application. The agents are mostly using this mobile application, eNAM mobile application, for trading on behalf of farmers. Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium is the lead promoter of this eNAM, National Agriculture Market. This point is important. This SFAC or Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium is a registered society under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare. What are the advantages of trading through this eNAM platform? Advantages for various stakeholders is here. Firstly, the farmers. Farmers can sell products without interference of any broker or middleman. Farmers can make competitive returns out of their investment. Next, traders. Traders will be able to do secondary trading from one APMC to another one anywhere in India. Local traders can get access to a larger national market for secondary trading. Next, buyers, processors and exporters. Buyers like large retailers, example Reliance Fresh or more, and processors, jam making company, jelly making, sauce. Any company that makes tomato sauce requires tomatoes in larger quantities, right? So they will be able to source commodities from any mandi in India, and this reduces the intermediation cost. Next, consumers. How this eNAM trading will help consumers? eNAM will increase the number of traders and the competition among traders increases. This translates into stable prices and availability to consumers. Price of agriculture commodities will be stable and will be available. The agriculture commodities will be available to the consumers. These are the advantages of trading through this digital platform, eNAM. Now, coming back to May month current affair, 200 new mandis were added to eNAM platform from 7 states. It is for the first time that Karnataka has been added to the list of eNAM states. This eNAM is integrated with UMP, Unified Market Platform of Karnataka's Rashtriya E-Market Services. It's an e-trading platform promoted by Karnataka State Agriculture Marketing Board. And this integration, UMP and eNAM integration, will facilitate traders across both the platforms to execute seamless trading in both the platforms. This is for the first time in India that 2 different e-trading platforms for agriculture commodities of this scale will be made interoperable. This will help the farmers of Karnataka to sell their produce to large number of traders registered with eNAM, and even farmers from eNAM mandis in other states will be able to sell their produce to Karnataka traders who are enrolled with REMS platform of Karnataka. This will promote interstate trading. Already 585 mandis in 16 states and 2 union territories have been integrated and are working. And according to the official information, now 200 markets integrated with eNAM digital platform. 200 new markets have been integrated. 11 markets from Andhra Pradesh, 25 markets from Gujarat, 16 markets from Odisha, 94 markets from Rajasthan, 27 markets from Tamil Nadu, 25 markets from Uttar Pradesh, and remember 2 markets from Karnataka state. 2 markets from Karnataka state have been integrated with eNAM digital platform. So now the total mandis in this eNAM platform are 785. It is for the first time that Karnataka has been added to the list of eNAM states. This point is important. There are totally 785 mandis. As already mentioned, eNAM was launched in the year 2016. It has come a long way now. Currently, 1.66 crore farmers and 1.28 lakh traders have been registered on eNAM platform. At present, more than 1000 FPOs. FPO stands for Farmer Producer Organization. More than 1000 FPOs have been onboarded on eNAM platform. One more important point is here. Ministry launched 2 major modules in eNAM to deal with COVID-19 situation. These modules are here. One is FPO module, that is Farmer Producer Organization module. Second one is Warehouse module. This FPO module help farmer members of FPO to trade from their collection center. And Warehouse module. Here farmers can sell their stored produce in WDRA registered warehouses. WDRA stands for Warehousing Development and Regulatory Authority. These 2 modules, FPO module and Warehouse module, facilitate farmers to sell their produce without bringing them to mandi. The ministry launched mobile application which is helping farmers in finding a suitable transport vehicle or tractor to carry their produce to nearby mandi or warehouse. What is the name of that mobile application? Name of the mobile application is Kisan Rath. Normally ರೈತರು ತಾವು ಬೆಳೆದ ಬೆಳೆಯನ್ನು ಹತ್ತಿರದ ಕೃಷಿ ಮಂಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೃಷಿ ಮಂಡಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಲ್ಸೇಲ್ ಬಯರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ರೈತರು. ರೈತರ ಬೆಳೆಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಬಾರಿಯೂ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಬೆಲೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಬಾರಿ ಅವರು ಮೋಸ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ eNAM ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮನ್ನು ಭಾರತ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. 2016ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ eNAM ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮನ್ನು ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. NAM ಅಂದರೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷಿ ಉತ್ಪನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು 2016ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಕೆಲವು ಮಂಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ವು eNAM ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ಹಂತ ಹಂತವಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಮಂಡಿಯೂ ಸಹ ಈಗ ಈ eNAM ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಇದು ಈಗಿನ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್. ಈ ನ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟು 90 ಕೃಷಿ ಉತ್ಪನ್ನಗಳ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಈಗ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಏನಂದರೆ REMS ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಇ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್, ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ್ದು, ಇವರ UMP ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಯೂನಿಫೈಡ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಈ UMP ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಭಾರತ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಇ ನ್ಯಾಮ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಇ ನ್ಯಾಮ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎರಡೂ ಈಗ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ ಆಪರೇಬಲ್. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ನಡೆಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಲಾಭ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವರ ಬೆಳೆಗೆ ತಕ್ಕನಾದ ಬೆಲೆಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಇ ನ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಬಹುದು ರೈತರು ತಮ್ಮ ಬೆಳೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಲವು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಸಹ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. 2016ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆದಂತಹ ಇ ನ್ಯಾಮ್ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈವರೆಗೂ 585 ಮಂಡಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ವು. ಈ 585 ಮಂಡಿ 16 ರಾಜ್ಯ, 2 ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಟೆರಿಟರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವೆ. ಈಗ ಬಂದಿರುವ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ 200 ಹೊಸ ಮಂಡಿಯನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಟ್ಟು 785 ಮಂಡಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆದ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಯಿತು ಇ ನ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದೇ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ 2 ಮಂಡಿ ಇ ನ್ಯಾಮ್ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಒಟ್ಟು 785 ಮಂಡಿ ಇ ನ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ 2 ಮಂಡಿ ಸೇರಿ. Karnataka launches first accelerator for cyber security startups. What is the name of the brand? Options are given here: hack, track, hijack, Suraksha. Right answer to this question is option A, hack. Hack is name of the brand. Let us understand this better. We all use internet and we all know about cyber attacks. This cyber security attempts to protect the cyber environment of a user or organization like banks. It is always good to use cyber security. Use of cyber security can help prevent cyber attacks and data breaches. Cyber security also helps in identifying thief or hacker. Any organization must have strong sense of network security. It must know how to respond to cyber attacks. This cyber security prevent and mitigate cyber attacks. Now Karnataka launches first accelerator for cyber security startups. First cyber security specific accelerator means state supports growth of startup cyber companies. Companies or startups that aim to bring new, better, faster and cheaper security products to the market. Karnataka's Center of Excellence in Cybersecurity or CySec-K has launched an accelerator program for cybersecurity startups. It has been branded as HACK. It is the state's first cybersecurity specific accelerator. Cybersecurity startups are typically deep tech startups innovating in highly specialized technical areas. Generally, startups face many challenges. Cybersecurity startups from India have special challenges in addition to the ones that startups generally face. Primary challenges are lack of market maturity and availability of skilled talent. This has resulted in India relying primarily on global companies for cybersecurity products. India must not depend on global companies for cybersecurity products. It is important for our nation to achieve higher self-reliance because cybersecurity is a critical domain. We must be able to build our own cybersecurity products. Hence, Karnataka launched first accelerator for cybersecurity startups, which is branded as HACK. In this way, the program will also support Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, Self-Reliant India. The applications from startups were evaluated by independent panel. Panel members were from government, academia, industry practitioners and investor community. This CySec-K is housed on campus of IISC, Indian Institute of Science, which is the anchor institute. Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology is the implementation agency. And CySec-K was set up by Karnataka Innovation and Technology Society of Department of Information Technology, Biotechnology and Science and Technology. Remember the implementation agency. ಸೈಬರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯುರಿಟಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ನೀಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೈಬರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯುರಿಟಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ತಯಾರಾಗೋದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಉತ್ತಮ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಸೈಬರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯುರಿಟಿ ತುಂಬ ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಡೊಮೇನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸೈಬರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯುರಿಟಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಲೇಟರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ನ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೈಬರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯುರಿಟಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತೇಜನ ನೀಡೋಕೆ ಈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲೇಟರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ನ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಹ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತ. ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮೊದಲ ಸೈಬರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯುರಿಟಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲೇಟರ್ ಇದು. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸಾಲ್ಯುಬಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಮಾತ್? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಿಬ್ರಾಯಿನ್, ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸಾಂಥಿನ್, ಕೆಸಿನ್, ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್. Right answer is option A, fibroin. Silk is a fiber produced by silkworm, and this silk fiber consists of two proteins. One is fibroin, another one is sericin. Sericin and fibroin are the two proteins present in silk fiber. Now the current affair is here. Scientists at Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, JNCESR, which is an autonomous research institute under Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Scientists here have recently developed an injectable silk fibroin based hydrogel for sustained insulin delivery in diabetic patients. A patent application has also been filed for this invention. JNCSR scientists have applied for patent for their invention. Patent is an exclusive right granted by the government to an inventor to manufacture, use or sell an invention for certain number of years. This Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research headquarters is at Jakkuru, Bengaluru in Karnataka. Let us understand basics of diabetes first. Diabetes affects more than 70 million people in India, which is second highest in the world. First highest diabetic patients are in China. India is in second position. Diabetes results from inadequate production of insulin hormone. Please remember, diabetes results from inadequate production of insulin hormone. In case of healthy human beings, there are beta cells in this pancreas organ. These beta cells synthesize insulin hormone, and insulin hormone will maintain blood glucose level in the body. In case of diabetic patients, due to loss of beta cells in pancreas organ, enough insulin is not synthesized, and this leads to abrupt increase in blood glucose level. Blood glucose level will increase in diabetic patients. Hence, diabetic patients take insulin injections to maintain blood glucose level. But taking injections is associated with pain. It also results in infection, nerve damage, and there are many other side effects. This problem can be overcome with controlled and sustained insulin delivery. Insulin must be delivered in its active form without loss of its activity. JNCSR scientists have developed this injectable silk fibroin based hydrogel. This is hydrogel. This is just a representative image. Insulin will be in its active form. It is encapsulated in hydrogel, and this ISFH has demonstrated successful delivery of active insulin in rats. Just remember, JNCSR scientists have developed injectable silk fibroin based hydrogel for diabetic patients. Here, insulin is encapsulated in its active form in hydrogel. This ISFH has proved to be an effective insulin delivery tool for diabetic patients. This hydrogel has excellent mechanical strength and it is biocompatible. Now, JNCSR team hopes that pharmaceutical companies will come forward and further develop it for human use. This will help in development of oral insulin delivery formation in future. Now the diabetic patients are taking insulin injection, which is associated with pain and there are side effects. Development of oral insulin delivery is good. ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸ್ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮಧುಮೇಹ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. 70 ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಭಾರತೀಯರು ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ಇರೋದು. ಇದು ವಿಶ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶ 2ನೇ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಚೈನಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದು. ಈ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಒಬ್ಬ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಂತನ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಟಾ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಬೀಟಾ ಸೆಲ್ಗಳು ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನನ್ನು ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಹೆಸರು. ಈ ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಂದರೆ ರಕ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ದಿ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ದಾಯಿತು. ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಿಯಾಸಿಂದ ಸಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅವರ ರಕ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ನ ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪೇನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸೈಡ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. JNCSR ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಇಂಜೆಕ್ಟಬಲ್ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಫಿಬ್ರಾಯಿನ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜೆಲ್ನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಉಪಯುಕ್ತ. ಇದನ್ನು ಇಲಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇದು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಈಗ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್. ಯು ಆಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಹಿಮ್. He is Professor Nisar Ahmed, noted Kannada poet. He passed away. He was 84. He was suffering from illness for last few days. His son recently passed away in America and Professor Ahmed was shattered by his son's death. His full name Kokkare Hosahalli Sheikh Haidar Nisar Ahmed, known as KS Nisar Ahmed. He was awarded the Padma Shri, the Kannada Rajyotsava Award and also Pampa Award. He became a household name for his work Nityotsava. It's a poem about Karnataka and he composed it after seeing joke falls. He has written numerous poems, he has translated books and he has authored many children's books. He is known for using simple words that resonate deeply with the public in his literary work. Here are some of his important works: Manasu Gandhi, Bazaru, Nityotsava, Sanje Aidara Mele, Manadolage Matukate, and this Anamika Anglaru. It's an anthology of poems. This Anamika Anglaru won Karnataka Sahitya Academy Award. This is the question on Swachh Survekshan. Pause the video and try to answer this question. Which is the only South Indian city to secure a 5-star rating in Star Rating of Garbage Free Cities Survey for 2019-2020? Options are given here. Option A, Karwar. Option B, Mysuru. Option C, Udupi. Option D, Mangaluru. Right answer to this question is Mysuru. Mysuru is our cultural capital of Karnataka state. Mysuru has again proved that it is one of the cleanest cities in India, and it's a proud thing for us. It is not an easy task to be placed among top 6 cleanest cities of the country. And remember, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs announced that Karnataka's Mysuru had secured 5-star rating in the Star Rating of Garbage Free Cities Survey 2019-2020. The Star Rating of Garbage Free Cities was conducted by this Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs under Swachh Survekshan with special focus on solid waste management. Solid waste management, Kannadadalli Ghanatyajya Nirvahane. This star rating protocol was launched in January 2018 by the same ministry to create awareness on the importance of sanitation and motivate residents to achieve high degrees of cleanliness. Mysuru, Navi Mumbai among 6 cities rated 5-star in garbage free status amid no one ranked 7-star ranking in Swachh survey. See, Mysuru and 5 other cities, Ambikapur in Chhattisgarh and Rajkot and Surat in Gujarat, Indore in Madhya Pradesh and Navi Mumbai had been certified as 5-star, and Mysuru is the only South Indian city to secure 5-star rating. This is very important. Survey gave 65 other cities 3-star rating and 70 cities 1-star ratings. The importance of sanitation and effective solid waste management has been brought to be forefront now due to this coronavirus crisis. See, Mysuru city was 2-time winner of India's cleanest city tag in 2014 and 2015 in Swachh Survekshan survey. And now again this year, Mysuru bagged 5-star rating because of the efforts of Paura Karmikas and also people of Mysuru city and corporates and the city corporation officials. How many Indian cities applied for this star rating assessment in Swachh Survekshan? 1,435 cities applied. 1,435. And Mysuru city competed with 1,435 cities and bagged 5-star rating. It is in the top 6 position in the country. During the assessment, the star rating assessment, a Swachh Survekshan team received feedback from 1.19 crore citizens. Over 10 lakh geotagged pictures were collected. 10 lakh geotagged pictures. Geotagged pictures means the pictures which are associated with geographical location. Means the photos will give an information from where the picture was exactly taken. Over 1,200 field assessors visited 5,175 solid waste processing plants to conduct their study. Now, in the light of this COVID-19 crisis, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has issued detailed guidelines to all the states and cities on special cleaning of public places and collection and disposal of biomedical waste from quarantined households. Biomedical waste is hospital waste. It contains infectious materials. And Ministry has also revised its Citizen Grievance Redressal platform. PPEs were given to sanitation workers and they were subjected to regular health checkups and their wages were paid regularly. We all are happy to see that the services of these sanitation workers are being duly recognized by the authorities and also by the citizens. Even citizens recognized their services. Okay, here is one question related to Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Please pause the video and try to answer this question. Which among the following statement is or are incorrect? You have to pick the wrong statement. Statements are here. Statement 1 says, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan or Clean India Mission was launched in the year 2015. Statement B says, Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry conducted Swachh Survekshan with special focus on solid waste management. Options are here. Statement 1 and 2 are incorrect. Option B, statement 1 and 2 both are correct. Option C, statement 1 is incorrect. Option D, statement 2 is incorrect. Right answer is option C. Only statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2 is right. Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry conducted Swachh Survekshan with special focus on solid waste management. This statement is correct. But statement 1 is wrong because Swachh Bharat Abhiyan was launched in the year 2014, not 2015. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan was a countrywide campaign. It was launched in 2014, first phase completed in 2019. You all can note down these points. Swachh Bharat Mission or Swachh Bharat Abhiyan or Clean India Mission, the main objective was to eliminate open defecation and improve solid waste management in both urban and rural areas in India. Other objectives are here: eradication of manual scavenging, generating awareness, bringing about behavior change regarding sanitation practices, and augmentation of capacity at the local level. The first phase of this Swachh Bharat mission was from 2014 to 2019. This mission aimed to achieve an open defecation-free India by 2nd October 2019, the 150th anniversary of birth of Mahatma Gandhi ji. The official data says that in the first phase, 10 crore toilets have been built in rural areas. Over 5.9 lakh villages in 699 districts of 35 states, union territories have declared themselves open defecation free, ODF. Government launched second phase of this Swachh Bharat mission Gramin in the month of March 2020. This year, government launched second phase of Swachh Bharat mission Gramin. 1,40,881 crore rupees is the total outlay of this second phase Swachh Bharat mission. Second phase will ensure effective solid and liquid waste management, both solid and liquid waste management. One more important point is here, Swachhata app was launched, and through this app citizens can get solved their COVID related issues. Urban local bodies or municipalities will solve the issues of the citizens. ಇದು ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಸರ್ವೇಕ್ಷಣ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. 2019-20 ಸಾಲಿನ ಕಸ ಮುಕ್ತ ನಗರಗಳ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಮೀಕ್ಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಡೆದ ಏಕೈಕ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾರತದ ನಗರ ಯಾವುದು? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಸೂರು. ಮೈಸೂರು ಏಕೈಕ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾರತದ ನಗರ 5 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಡೆದಿದೆ. ಕಸ ಮುಕ್ತ ನಗರ ಮೈಸೂರು. ಇಡೀ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಟಾಪ್ 6 ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಸೂರು ಸಿಟಿ ಇರೋದು. ಮೈಸೂರು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಅಂಬಿಕಾಪುರ ಅಂತ, ಛತ್ತೀಸ್ಗಢನ ಅಂಬಿಕಾಪುರ ನಗರ, ಗುಜರಾತ್ನ ರಾಜ್ಕೋಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸೂರತ್, ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ರದೇಶನ ಇಂದೋರ್ ನಗರ ಮತ್ತು ಹೊಸ ಮುಂಬೈ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಟಾಪ್ 6 ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ನಗರಗಳು, ಗಾರ್ಬೇಜ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಸಿಟಿಗಳಿವು. ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಸೂರಿಗೆ 5 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ಸರ್ವೆನಲ್ಲಿ. ಕೆಲವು ನಗರಗಳಿಗೆ 3 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ನಗರಗಳಿಗೆ 5 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ನಗರಗಳಿಗೆ 1 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ನ ಅವರು ನಗರಗಳಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ನೈರ್ಮಲ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಘನತ್ಯಾಜ್ಯ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೊರೋನಾ ಹಾವಳಿ ಬೇರೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬಯೋಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಕ್ವಾರಂಟೈನ್ ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ಟಿಯವರು ಹೇಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದರ ಡಿಸ್ಪೋಸಲ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಸಹ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಭಾರತ್ ಮಿಷನ್. Now let's move to the next news. Which singer was bestowed with the title Ubhayagana Vidhushi, expert in both styles? In this case, Carnatic music and Hindustani music. By Sir M. Vishweshwaraya, the 19th Diwan of Mysuru. Options are Lakshmi Bhave, Ravindra Bhatt, option C Shyamala Bhave, and option D Stuti Bhatt. Right answer is option C Shyamala Bhave. She is Shyamala Bhave. She recently passed away. She was 79 and was unmarried. She had equal command over Hindustani and Carnatic music. She passed away at her residence after suffering a stroke. Her father, late Govinda Vitthal Bhave, trained her in Hindustani music, and she was tutored in Carnatic stream by noted vocalists A. Subbaraya and B. Doreswamy. And her mother Lakshmi Bhave was also classical vocalist. ವೊಕ್ಯಾಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರೀಯ ಸಂಗೀತ ಹಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಶ್ಯಾಮಲಾ ಭಾವೆ won music competition when she was 6 years old and started giving music performances when she turned 12 at a very young age. I have already mentioned this. She was bestowed with the title Ubhayagana Vidhushi by Sir M. Vishweshwaraya. She also won Karnataka Rajyotsava Award. This point is very interesting. First Sanskrit movie is Adi Shankaracharya, which was released in the year 1983, and Shyamala Bhave composed music to this first Indian Sanskrit movie Adi Shankaracharya. She also composed music to India's first Sanskrit serial Kadambari, Shyamala Bhave served at the Carnatic Sangeet Nritya Academy for 2 terms from 1997 to 2001. ಇವರು ಶ್ಯಾಮಲಾ ಭಾವೆ ಅಂತ ರೀಸೆಂಟಾಗಿ ತೀರಿ ಹೋದರು. ಕರ್ನಾಟಿಕ್ ಸಂಗೀತ ಮತ್ತು ಹಿಂದೂಸ್ತಾನಿ ಸಂಗೀತ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಪರಿಣಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದರು. ಸರ್ ಎಂ ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರಯ್ಯನವರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಬಿರುದನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದರು ಶ್ಯಾಮಲಾ ಭಾವೆ ಅವರು. ಆ ಬಿರುದು ಉಭಯ ಗಾನ ವಿದೂಷಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್, ಹಿಂದೂಸ್ತಾನಿ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಇವರು ಪರಿಣಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದರು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸರ್ ಎಂ ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರಯ್ಯನವರು ಉಭಯ ಗಾನ ವಿದೂಷಿ ಅನ್ನುವ ಬಿರುದನ್ನು ಶ್ಯಾಮಲಾ ಭಾವೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನೀಡಿದ್ರು. ಶ್ಯಾಮಲಾ ಭಾವೆಯವರು ಕನ್ನಡ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಸಹ ಮುಡಿಗೇರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದರು. 1983ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಭಾಷೆಯ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ತೆರೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, ಆದಿ ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಆ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಹೆಸರು. ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗೆ ಇವರು ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಕಂಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸಂಗೀತ ನಿರ್ದೇಶನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಾದಂಬರಿ ಅನ್ನುವ ಭಾರತದ ಮೊದಲ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಭಾಷೆಯ ಧಾರಾವಾಹಿಗೆ ಸಹ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಕಂಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಶ್ಯಾಮಲಾ ಭಾವೆ ಅವರು. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್. Global Startup Ecosystem Report 2020 has been released. This report has been released by Startup Genome Organization. It is headquartered at California. This GSER report is the world's most comprehensive and widely read research on startups. Startup is a newly established business. Some of our Indian cities, including our Bengaluru, are in this list. First, let us understand about this report. I have already mentioned this GSER report has been released by Startup Genome Organization. It is headquartered at California. Startup Genome Organization is the top research and policy advisory organization for governments. This Startup Genome, analyzes cities around the world and advises government to accelerate the success of startup ecosystem or business environment. It will rank the cities where startups can build global success. This GSER 2020 ranks the global top 30 and 10 runner-up startup ecosystems on 7 success factors. It considers performance and talent. Now the news is here. India's startup capital, Bengaluru. Please remember this point. India's startup capital is Bengaluru. Bengaluru has been ranked in world's top 30 startup ecosystems. This point is very important. Bengaluru is in top 30 list. Silicon Valley in California is in the top position. Bengaluru is in the 26th spot. Bengaluru is the only India city to feature in this list. Investment is too high here in Bengaluru and also in Singapore, Paris. Delhi is in the runner-up category at 36th spot. And Mumbai ranks first in the list of top 100 emerging ecosystem ranking. And this list of emerging startup hubs also include Chennai, Hyderabad and Pune. Now due to this COVID-19 crisis, our global economies are down, and this 2020 report, GSER 2020 report, shows how government can support and leverage tech ecosystem to restart the stalling economies. Because the economies are recovering from COVID-19 lockdowns now. And one point is important. 4 out of every 10 startups globally have only 3 months of cash runaway in the wake of this pandemic. It's a very critical situation, and this is the time for our policymakers, community leaders and the foundations to support local startups, because local startups are the number one engine of job creation and also economic growth. And this particular report showed the COVID-19 crisis has accelerated the transition to digital economy and has called for entrepreneurs to innovate faster. Top 5 startup ecosystems globally in 2020 are Silicon Valley, London, New York City, Beijing and Boston. Top 5 emerging ecosystems in 2020 are Mumbai, Jakarta, Zurich, Helsinki, Guangzhou. This is in China. Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, or CBIC, launched a technology for faceless clearance of imported goods at Bengaluru and Chennai airports. What is the name of the technology? Options are Tatkal, Quicker, Facetech, Turant. Right answer is option D, Turant. Turant is name of the technology for faceless clearance of imported goods. What are imported goods? See, imported goods means any goods brought into India from place outside India. And all imported goods have to pass through procedure of customs for proper examination, appraisal, assessment and evaluation. Custom authorities will examine the goods, imported goods. Custom authorities will charge proper tax on those goods, and they will also check illegal import. Here is that news. CBIC launches Turant Customs for faceless clearance of imported goods at Bengaluru and at Chennai. This will pave way for technology supported faster customs clearance of imported goods. Importers will now get their goods cleared from customs after a faceless assessment. Okay, now the goods imported at Chennai may be assessed by the customs officers located at Bengaluru, and even vice versa. Goods imported at Bengaluru may be assessed by the customs officers located at Chennai. So this will benefit the importers. This will also save time. And also there will be uniform assessment of imported goods across the country. This CBIC is trying to make India enter top 50 rank in World Bank's Ease of Doing Business ranking. This will increase investment in our country. The CBIC had last year announced this reform measure, Turant Customs. Just remember, Turant Customs is for speedy clearance of goods at airports and seaports. This Turant Customs is implemented in phased manner. Now they have implemented it in Bengaluru and in Chennai. They will extend this. Next question is here. Which institute of Karnataka was spotted in THE? THE stands for Times Higher Education, Asia University Ranking 2020. Options are here. Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Bengaluru, Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Dharwad, National Institute of Technology, Surathkal, Mangaluru. Right answer to this question is option B, Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. Times Asia University Ranking 2020 has been released. China's Tsinghua University continues to hold first place, and this country is also home to top 2 universities for the first time this year. They have considered 500 universities, and out of 500 universities, 110 universities are in Japan. Japan is the most represented nation in the rankings with a total of 110 universities out of around 500 Asia universities. And in this Times Asia University Ranking 2020, total of 56 Indian institutes participated in the rankings. And interestingly, 8 have made it to the top 100. This is Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. Indian Institute of Science has emerged as the best university from the country, and this is 7th time in a row. This is the 7th time that ISC bagged best university title in this Asia University ranking. Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru ranked 36th. 8 Indian institutes are in top 100 list. This is IIT Rupar, Indian Institute of Technology, Rupar, and it bagged 47th position. This is for the first time that IIT Rupar has entered top 50 list. And the other universities which are in top 100 are IIT Indore 55th rank, IIT Kharagpur 59th rank, and IIT Delhi 67th rank, IIT Bombay 69th rank, IIT Roorkee 83rd rank. ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ 2020 ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು 36ನೇ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದೆ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್. HRD ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. HRD ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Current Minister of Human Resource Development is Ramesh Pokhriyal. HRD Ministry releases NIRF rankings. NIRF stands for National Indian Ranking Framework. IIT Madras, IIC Bengaluru bag top slots. Indian Institute of Science Bengaluru has emerged as best university in India, followed by JNU, that is Jawaharlal Nehru University, and Banaras Hindu University, as per this NIRF ranking 2020. Please remember, last year too, ISC had won the title, and even this year, ISC is in number 1 position, best university in India. NIRF rankings were released for a total of 10 categories, and in the overall category, IIT Madras secured top position. The other categories were engineering categories, management category, law category, medical category, pharmacy category. These were the other categories. In overall category, IIT Madras secured top position. Ministry of Human Resource Development is trying to promote these institutes as hub for study in India. ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನಂದರೆ, HRD ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅವರು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥ NIRF ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ IISc ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಟಾಪ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ರಾಜಾ ರಂಗಪ್ಪ ನಾಯಕ. ಹಿ ಪಾಸ್ಡ್ ಅವೇ. ಹಿಸ್ ಏಜ್ ವಾಸ್ 61. He was former Janata Dal Secular MP, JDS MP. He represented Raichur constituency and he was elected in Lok Sabha elections held in 1996. He entered into politics as Mandal Pradhan of Rukmapur, Shorapur Taluk. He served as chairman of Health Standing Committee of Kalburgi Jilla Panchayat in 1993. Raja Nayak had strived hard for the development of Kalyana Karnataka, or old Hyderabad Karnataka region. Here is the last current affair. Which airport of Karnataka becomes first airport in India to get an indigenously developed, which means made in India, indigenously developed aviation weather monitoring system, AWMS, at both ends of runway? Options are Mangaluru International Airport, option B Belagavi Airport, option C Hubballi Airport, option D Kempegowda International Airport. Right answer is option D, Kempegowda International Airport, which is at Bengaluru. For the first time in India, aviation weather monitoring system has been installed at Bengaluru Airport at both ends of runway. This technology has been developed by Bengaluru-based National Aerospace Laboratories. It has many unique features, like it is eco-friendly, lightweight, and has a lifespan of over 60 years. Which is the second largest airport in Karnataka? Mangaluru Airport, which is also known as Bhape Airport, is the second largest airport in Karnataka state. Here is just a general information. National flower of India is lotus. State flower of Karnataka is also lotus. Bengal tiger is the national animal of India. and Karnataka state animal is elephant. National tree of India is banyan tree and Karnataka state tree is sandalwood tree. National bird of India is peacock. State bird, Karnataka state bird is Indian roller. Okay, let's start, and here's the first news. Karnataka plans to provide tap connections to all rural households under Jal Jeevan Mission by 2022-23. And here's the question related to this news. The amount approved by central government for the implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission in Karnataka state in 2020-21 is, the options are given here, rupees 1,189.40 crore, 2,230 crore, 558.90 crore and 100.76 crore. And the right answer to this question is option A, 1,189.40 crore. The center has earlier approved funds for the implementation of this Jal Jeevan Mission for Odisha, Meghalaya, Assam and Bihar. After that, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand and West Bengal received fund allocations for the same. Now extending this scheme further for other states, central government approved funds to 3 states, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Tripura. Maharashtra state received 1,829 crore rupees, Karnataka state received 1,189.40 crore and Tripura received 156.61 crore rupees for the financial year 2020-21 for the implementation of this Jal Jeevan Mission in the state. This Jal Jeevan Mission was announced in the year 2019. Please remember, Jal Jeevan Mission was announced in August 2019 and the chief objective of this mission is to provide piped water supply, Har Ghar Jal, to all rural and urban households by 2024. It is very important to remember this target year, 2024. Jal Jeevan Mission comes under Ministry of Jal Shakti. Ministry of Jal Shakti was formed by merging these two ministries, Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation and Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. This Ministry of Jal Shakti was formed in 2019, May 2019. Significance of Jal Jeevan Mission is here. India has 16% of world population, but only 4% of freshwater resources. Groundwater level is depleting in our country. Water quality is deteriorating. Overexploitation of natural resources and climate change are the major challenges that our country is facing currently. It has become difficult to provide potable drinking water to all rural and urban households. As I mentioned, groundwater level is decreasing. There is an urgent requirement of water conservation in our country. Therefore, Jal Jeevan Mission will focus on integrated demand and supply management of water at local level. Jal Jeevan Mission is not just about providing piped water supply, it also aims to create local infrastructure for rainwater harvesting, Male Neeru Koilu, groundwater recharge, management of household wastewater for reuse in agriculture. Household wastewater can be reused in agriculture. Benefits of Jal Jeevan Mission: household pipeline water supply, recharge of groundwater level, clean and drinkable water, better local infrastructure, less waterborne diseases. Less waterborne diseases because water is supplied through pipes. There will be no stagnant water for mosquito breeding. Less water wastage. These are the benefits of Jal Jeevan Mission. Please remember the amount approved by central government for Jal Jeevan, for the implementation of Jal Jeevan Mission in Karnataka state. Let's move to the next news. Next news is about amendment of Karnataka Industries Act 2002. Government amended this act to kickstart economic activity post-COVID-19. Here is that news. Karnataka becomes the first state to amend its Industries Act for small, medium and large-scale industries, all the 3 categories of industries. And it is considered as an historic decision taken for the benefit of industrial sector. Before this amendment, any industry to commence manufacturing in the state, industry must get trade license, building plan approval. There are a lot of other procedures. It takes time. Government wants to promote ease of doing business and facilitate investors to invest in the state. Hence, government has amended Karnataka Industries Act 2002. Under the amended act, an industry would not need any statutory permission for the first 3 years or whichever is earlier to set up operations in the state. The objective of amended act is given here. Objective is to simplify regulations and reduce procedural requirements and create a conducive investment environment. The state has also simplified land and labor laws to promote Karnataka as an investment destination. Please remember the objective of this Amendment Act, Karnataka Industries Act 2002. Karnataka Industries Act ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಿದ್ದುಪಡಿಯನ್ನ ತರಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಕಾಯ್ದೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಡಿಲಿಕೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೂಡಿಕೆಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ ಚೇತರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. This point is very important. Currently only Gujarat and Rajasthan are the 2 states in the country that have amended this act for small scale industries only. Gujarat and Rajasthan have amended Industries Act for small scale industries only. But in Karnataka, the amended act includes all the 3 categories of industries: small scale, medium scale and large scale. Karnataka state government reduced quantity of rice under Bhagya scheme. What is the quantity of rice provided to below poverty line families now? The options are given here: 4 kg rice, 3 kg rice, 5 kg rice and 7 kg rice. The right answer to this question is option B, 3 kg rice. Government reduced the quantity of rice to save its funds. We are facing corona crisis, right? To save funds, government reduced the quantity of rice provided under Bhagya Yojana. Earlier, below poverty line card holders used to get 5 kg rice and 2 kg wheat under this Bhagya scheme. Now, from the month of July 2020, government will cut down the supply of rice from 5 kgs to 3 kgs. This point is very important. However, this will be compensated by 2 kgs ragi or jowar depending on the region's staple food. Every household will continue to get 2 kgs wheat. Earlier, the card holders used to get 2 kg wheat. That will be continued. There will be no change in the quantity of wheat provided under this scheme. According to the officials, substituting rice with ragi or jowar will save 800 crore rupees annually. 800 crore rupees annually. The state government pays subsidized price of 3 rupees per kg of rice to Food Corporation of India, while the cost or the procurement of ragi or jowar is around 1 rupee per kg. Here is an information about Bhagya scheme. This scheme was launched in Karnataka state by former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. It was continued by Chief Minister Kumaraswamy. This scheme was launched in the year 2013-14. Bhagya Yojana is supervised by Food and Civil Supplies Department. Targeted beneficiaries of this scheme, BPL families, below poverty line families. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಹೇಳೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕೊರೋನಾ ವೈರಸ್ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ನ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯತೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅನ್ನಭಾಗ್ಯ ಯೋಜನೆ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಕೆಜಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿಯನ್ನ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಇನ್ಮುಂದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜುಲೈ ತಿಂಗಳಿನಿಂದ 3 ಕೆಜಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿಯನ್ನ BPL ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನೀಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಗೋಧಿ 2 ಕೆಜಿ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಪ್ರತಿ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಗೆ. ಅದು ಸೇಮ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಮುಂದೆ ಸಹ. Karnataka state government announced launch of state health register to collect data of all its citizens. This register is first of its kind and the register will hold names of the citizens of the state. The need to maintain such a register has been raised by COVID-19. The project launched from Chikballapur district of Karnataka state. The survey is to be conducted by ASHA workers, educational department staffs in primary health center and revenue officials. ASHA stands for Accredited Social Health Activist, ASHA. This ASHA is a community health worker instituted by Government of India's Ministry of Health and Family Welfare as a part of National Rural Health Mission. Please remember this National Rural Health Mission began in 2005. Full implementation was targeted for 2012. Next news is about sero surveillance. It is very important. In sero survey or sero surveillance, testing of blood serum of group of individuals is conducted to detect the presence of antibodies against the infection. In this case, coronavirus infection. And this is done to identify the individuals who have previously been infected with the coronavirus and have now recovered. So please observe these two images. Serum is the component of the blood. You can observe this. This is serum. And antibodies are the proteins that flow in the blood. These antibodies will be present in the serum. Serum is the component of the blood. Antibodies are produced by our immune system. Antibodies are Y-shaped proteins. These antibodies are produced by our immune system when we encounter any virus or bacteria. Our immune system makes specific antibodies against infection. A person will recover from COVID-19 only if his immune system is capable of synthesizing specific antibodies against coronavirus. Serosurveillance study in Karnataka shows just 0.2% of those surveyed showed evidence of past exposure to COVID-19. Please remember, this survey was conducted in the month of May. Now the number of cases are high. In the month of May, the number of cases, coronavirus cases, were less comparatively. I have added this current affair because it is very important to know what serosurveillance study is. Okay, I'll just give an information about the survey that was conducted in the month of May. But this survey report is not relevant now because now the number of cases are high in Karnataka state. The survey was conducted in May, covering 400 people each in Bengaluru and Chitradurga districts and 399 in Kalburgi district. One each was found positive in Bengaluru and Kalburgi, and none were infected with coronavirus in Chitradurga in the month of May when this survey was conducted. In Bengaluru, Kamakshi Palya was chosen for the study. Serosurveillance study was conducted by ICMR, National TB Institute, and Government of Karnataka. Let's move to the next news. Karnataka Bank launched COVID-19 health insurance policy in association with, the options are Universal Sompo General Insurance Company Limited, Life Insurance Corporation, Oriental Insurance, HDFC Health Insurance. The right answer to this question is option A, Universal Sompo General Insurance Company Limited. This is the special health insurance policy to cover uncertainties posed by COVID-19. Here are the important points related to this insurance policy. The nominal premium rupees 399. Policy will cover inpatient hospital expenses up to 3 lakh. Inpatient means the patients who are admitted in the hospital. And outpatient treatment expenses of 3,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees per day towards the expenses incurred on 14 days of quarantine at government or military hospital. Policy will be valid for 120 days. Next news is about reverse quarantine. It is important to know what reverse quarantine is. This was implemented in Kerala. Reverse quarantine refers to the system of isolating two vulnerable sections, those who are more than 60 years old and those with underlying medical conditions, from the rest of the population that resumes work in new normal situation. The emphasis will be on protecting these sections, these vulnerable sections, from getting infected by putting them in separate rooms and limiting their interactions with others. In Ahmedabad, a reverse quarantine system was implemented to protect 17,000 pregnant women and as many as 2 lakh elder citizens living in rural areas of the city. The main objective of this reverse quarantine is to safeguard vulnerable section from contracting the coronavirus infection. Noted Kannada novelist Geeta Nagbhushan passes away. Geeta Nagbhushan ma'am was an Indian feminist writer. Feminist andre ಸ್ತ್ರೀವಾದಿ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಇವರು. She was born in Kalburgi in 1942 and she has written 27 novels. She was the first woman writer to bag Kendra Sahitya Academy and Nadoja awards, and she served as the chairperson of Karnataka Sahitya Academy. Geeta Nagbhushan ma'am's works were known for the resistance to patriarchy and gender stereotypes. See, patriarchy means father or eldest male will be the head of the family. Patriarchy system is very common in India, and Geeta Nagbhushan ma'am was against patriarchy and gender stereotypes. Here is one question related to her novels. Geeta Nagbhushan ma'am won Sahitya Academy Award in Kannada for her novel in 2004. What is the name of that novel? Options are Chinmayi, Stree Shakti, Sudhe, Baduku. Right answer is option D, Baduku. Former Karnataka basketball star player K. Raghunath passed away. He represented Karnataka state basketball team and he was popularly known as Papachi. Please pause the video and try to answer this question. Which organization received patent for protective garment for human spaceflight? Options are DRDO, ISRO and IIA, that is Indian Institute of Astrophysics. DRDO stands for Defense Research and Development Organization. The right answer to this question is option B, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. ISRO is the space agency of Government of India. Its headquarters is Bengaluru. ISRO receives patent for protective garment for human space flight. Garment andre udupu. Please observe the image of this garment developed by ISRO. ISRO has received a patent for its liquid cooling and heating garment, LCHG, and this garment is made of biocompatible fabrics. Biocompatible means not harmful to living tissue. It is not toxic. Components used in this garment provide a comfortable temperature. It removes sweat for astronauts. This garment is used in space by astronauts to protect themselves from hot and cold environment that prevail in the space. There are tubes inside this garment and the temperature controlling fluid flows into and out of this garment. Karnataka observed Mask Day on 15th June, 10th June, 12th June, 18th June. Please pause the video and try to answer this question. Right answer is option D, 18th June. On 18th June 2020, Karnataka observed Mask Day. Mask Day was observed at all district headquarters. Mask Day was observed to create awareness about the importance of wearing mask as a preventive measure against COVID-19. And they organized a walk from Vidhan Soudha to Kabban Park in Bengaluru. Let's move to the next question. The NASSCOM, which stands for National Association of Software and Services Companies, announced that it has delivered an end-to-end coronavirus tracking platform for Karnataka. What is the name of the dashboard? Options are given here. Karnataka COVID-19, Karnataka Calling, Karnataka Listening, Karnataka Corona. Right answer to this question is option C, Karnataka Listening. Name of the dashboard developed by NASSCOM for Karnataka is Karnataka Listening. Here is that news. Karnataka government launches COVID-19 tracking platform developed by NASSCOM Task Force. Okay, the platform developed by this NASSCOM is multifaceted. Multifaceted means it has different features. It's an open architecture platform which deploys artificial intelligence technology models to assist the government in taking informed decisions and track the phased opening of the states. Artificial intelligence means it is the ability of a computer program or any machine to learn and think. Information provided by the platform, Karnataka Listening Platform, developed by NASSCOM is here. It gives COVID summary. This will have key facts useful for the officials. Officials get a quick glance of state and district level numbers, COVID-19 positive cases. Then COVID source analysis. Officials get information about number of COVID positive cases in last 24 hours, their origin, and they can also analyze how the infection is spreading. This platform will also provide testing summary, COVID positive rates by number of tests, and tests by category. This test by category, this is useful to understand the source of infections. And hospital capacity, that is the number of beds in the hospitals meant for COVID patients, and number of beds occupied, number of beds vacant or available by district. This platform will give India summary, state level summary to give details on COVID-19. NASSCOM ಅಥವಾ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸೇವಾ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಒಕ್ಕೂಟ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊರೋನಾ ವೈರಸ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕಿಂಗ್ ವೇದಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀಡಿದೆ. ಆ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ಬೋರ್ಡ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಲಿಸ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ. ಈ NASSCOM ಒಂದು ನಾನ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಇದು ಸಿದ್ಧಪಡಿಸಿರುವ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಯಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಈ ಸ್ಲೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯ ಸಾರಾಂಶ ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಇದು. ಪ್ರತಿ 24 ಗಂಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು COVID-19 ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಪತ್ತೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ಗಂಟಲು ದ್ರವ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ನಡೀತು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅನ್ನುವ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರತಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬಂತು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಗುಣಮುಖರಾದರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನುವ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಇದು ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರತಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇವೆಯೋ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಬೆಡ್ಸ್ನ ಮೀಸಲಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೆಡ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೆಡ್ಸ್ ಖಾಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನುವ ರಿಯಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಪಡಿಬಹುದು. ರಿಯಲ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರದ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಈ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯನ್ನು ಹತೋಟಿಗೆ ತರುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಏನು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಡೆಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಸಹಾಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Which state has highest number of tigers? You have to arrange it in descending order. Options are given here. Option A, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Uttarakhand. Option B, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. Option C, Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Karnataka. And option D, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. Right answer to this question is option A, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Uttarakhand. Madhya Pradesh has highest number of tigers in the country, 526 tigers. And Karnataka has 524 tigers, Uttarakhand 442 tigers. Please remember this sequence and also the number of tigers in Karnataka state. Madhya Pradesh has highest number of tigers in the country. Now the June month current affair is India loses 750 tigers in last 8 years. And this is the report given by NTCA, National Tiger Conservation Authority. India loses 750 tigers in last 8 years, that is from 2012 to 2019. This information was given by NTCA, National Tiger Conservation Authority. NTCA was constituted for reorganized management of Project Tiger. NTCA manages tiger reserves in India. RTI or Right to Information was filed to know about tiger casualties or deaths, and NTCA provided this information. 750 tigers have died in our country in last 8 years. How many tigers died in different states? The official data is here. Madhya Pradesh, 169 tigers died in Madhya Pradesh state alone. And Maharashtra is in the second place. Maharashtra reported second highest deaths, that is 125 tigers in last 8 years. Karnataka state is in the third position. 111 tigers died in Karnataka state. Please remember the first three states. Madhya Pradesh lost maximum number of tigers, second Maharashtra and third Karnataka. 111 tigers died in Karnataka state. 88 tigers died in Uttarakhand and 54 tigers each in Tamil Nadu and Assam. 35 tigers died in Kerala and 35 in Uttar Pradesh. 17 tigers died in Rajasthan. 11 tigers died in Bihar and West Bengal. 10 tigers died in Chhattisgarh. And 7 each such deaths were reported in Odisha and Andhra Pradesh, 5 in Telangana, and 2 each in Delhi and Nagaland. 1 each in Andhra Pradesh, Haryana and Gujarat. So just remember the first three states, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Now what are the causes for the death? Now what are the causes? See, of these total tiger mortalities or 750 tiger deaths, 369 were due to natural causes, but 168 due to poaching. This point is very important. 168 tigers died due to poaching in last 8 years. Poaching means illegal hunting or capturing of wild animals. 70 deaths are under scrutiny and 42 due to unnatural reasons. It includes accidents or conflict events, that is human tiger conflict. This NTCA, National Tiger Conservation Authority, provided information about tiger deaths, but it did not provide the details of action taken in these tiger death cases in response to that RTI application. So the wildlife activists have expressed the concerns over 750 tiger deaths between 2012, that is 2012 and 2019, and they have supported stricter wildlife provisions to punish the guilty. Now the solution. See, these respective state governments pay much attention on tiger tourism, but that is affecting the natural habitat of these tigers. So there is a need to speed up efforts to conserve tiger, and government must make harsher punishment for wildlife related crimes. Here is the next question. What is the name of an application and portal launched by Karnataka for real-time information on weather? Options are given here. Option A, Megha Sandesha app and Varuna Mitra portal. Option B, Meghavani app and Varuna Aptamitra portal. Option C, Megha Mitra app and Varuna Sandesha portal. Right answer to this question is option A, Megha Sandesha app and Varuna Mitra portal. Please remember, name of the application is Megha Sandesha and name of the portal is Varuna Mitra. Karnataka is considered as one of the most developed states. It sees extremes in climatic conditions. Some parts of the state receive bountiful rains, that is heavy rains, that leads to flood. And there are regions in the state that endure drought. Karnataka was hit by severe floods last year, and over 100 people died in last year's flood that ravaged in several districts of our state, that is Belagavi district, Bagalkot district, Chikmagalur, Kodagu. And state government is creating own state disaster response force to help manage disasters. This Megha Sandesha app and Varuna Mitra portal help in managing disasters better. Megha Sandesha app would provide real-time information. This app will also forecast rains, flooding and thunderstorm alert. Megha Sandesha app has been developed by Karnataka State Natural Disaster Monitoring Center, Indian Institute of Science and Department of Science and Technology. This Varuna Mitra portal aims to leverage technology-driven solutions to manage and mitigate urban floods. And Government of India has set aside 200 crore rupees for disaster mitigation. Urban flood. It's a good essay topic for KS aspirants. I'll share few points related to this topic. Bengaluru has highest population in the state, and Bengaluru witnesses flooding, tree fall, overflowing of sewage, and roads falling apart each year due to rains. Urban flood normally occurs due to lack of adequate drainage system in urban areas and also blocking of stormwater drains either by silt deposition or garbage deposition. Even encroachment to natural drainages is also one of the cause. And concretization, this is very important. There is no place for rainwater to percolate because of concretization. Very little open soil space left for rainwater to percolate into the ground. And more than 80% of rainwater turns into surface runoff and causes flood in cities like Bengaluru. Here is the next news. Tilhari declared as Conservation Reserve. Tilhari was declared as Conservation Reserve by Maharashtra Forest Department. Tilhari Ghat is in the border of Maharashtra, Goa and Karnataka. Please observe this map. Here is Sindhudurg, coastal district of South Maharashtra. This Sindhudurg is in the borders of Goa and Karnataka. Tilhari forest area is in Sindhudurg district. Here is Tilhari Ghat. Here is one question related to Tilhari forest area. Tilhari forest, which was recently declared as Conservation Reserve, connects Mahadai Sanctuary in Goa and which wildlife sanctuary of Karnataka is the question. Options are Option A, Bhimgad Wildlife Sanctuary, Option B, Ghataprabha Bird Sanctuary, Option C, Dhandeli Sanctuary and Option D, Attiveri Bird Sanctuary. Right answer is Option A, Bhimgad Wildlife Sanctuary. Tilhari Ghat, Tilhari forest area connects Mahadai Sanctuary in Goa and Bhimgad Wildlife Sanctuary in Karnataka. Please observe these images. This is Mahadai Sanctuary. Mahadai Wildlife Sanctuary is in North Goa district, Sattari Taluk, and this sanctuary is an area of high biodiversity and it is considered to become a project tiger because of the presence of Bengal tigers. And here is Bhimgad Sanctuary. Bhimgad Wildlife Sanctuary is a protected area in Western Ghats. This is near Jamboti village, Belgaum district, Jamboti village, Khanapur Taluk. This was declared as a wildlife sanctuary in 2011. The name Bhimgad Wildlife Sanctuary comes from Bhimgad Fort, which was built by Chhatrapati Shivaji in 17th century. Chhatrapati Shivaji built Bhimgad Fort in 17th century to defend Portuguese troops. Please observe this map. This is Goa, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Now coming back to the news, 29.53 square kilometers Tilhari forest area in Dodmarg and Savantwadi range declared as conservation area by Maharashtra State Forest Department. This is the first conservation area in Sindhudurg district of Maharashtra. It is the 13th such reserve in Western Ghats. Tilhari will be 7th corridor in the state, announced as conservation reserve. What is the significance of this Tilhari forest area? Tilhari reserve has semi-evergreen forest, tropical moist deciduous forest. There are a number of unique trees, butterflies and flowers here. The decision was made considering its ecological, zoological, floral significance. This area will play a very vital role in wildlife conservation, particularly movement of tigers. These are the wild animals that are found in Tilhari forest. This region is known for tigers, elephants, leopard, barking deer, sambar deer, and also this chausinga. Tilhari ecosystem breeds tiger population and it serves as the source population for Sahyadri Tiger Reserve. Let's move to the next news. Okay, this is related to state economy. Intel to set up manufacturing units in Mangaluru or Belagavi. Intel is looking for good sea connectivity so that it can export the chips made in Karnataka. There is a port in Mangaluru, while Belagavi is a few hours from a port in Goa. Hence, Intel may select Mangaluru or Belagavi. State government would ensure ease of business for Intel to set up its units here in Karnataka state. Let's move to the next news. Flipkart has partnered with Karnataka State Mango Board, and this partnership will enable the mango growers, to sell their produce through its online platform. Farmer producer organizations, FPOs, growers and traders from different districts like Bengaluru Urban, Kolar district, Haveri district, Hubballi, Dharwad and Belgaum will be onboarded on Flipkart platform as sellers now. And mangoes will be available in batches of 3 kgs on Flipkart platform. Consumers can place orders on Flipkart platform for popular varieties of mangoes like Apus, Banganapalli, Kesar, Neelam, Himam Pasand, Mallika variety of mango. It's a good initiative. Flipkart is a very popular Indian e-commerce company and this Flipkart is based in Bengaluru, Karnataka. It was founded in the year 2007 by Sachin Bansal and Binni Bansal.